This is a Headgum podcast.
Child of the Fraser. No, I don't mean Frederick Crane. That would be child of the Fraser. The Fraser here refers not to Seattle psychiatrist and Nile sibling Fraser Crane, but to the Fraser River, the longest river in British Columbia, named for the explorer who established the province's first European settlement, though naturally indigenous peoples had inhabited the riverbanks for generations. And the child of the Fraser is the city of Richmond, officially founded in 1879, its economy becoming centered around the fishing and agriculture enabled by the fertile waterway. But an even more consequential founding happened nearly a century later, in 1967, when America's great contribution to culture, fast food, planted its golden arches in Richmond proper, courtesy of chain restaurant colonizer Ray Kroc. Yes, Richmond, British Columbia is home of the first Big Mac purveyor north of the Canadian border, a brand that has grown to around 1,400 restaurants and 90,000 employees in Canada alone, making it the fourth largest eatery in the nation, just ahead of burger family vendor A&W. The city of Richmond's population has more than McDoubled in the past 40 years, largely due to immigration from Asia. In 2016, Craig Jones, a professor at the University of British Columbia, proudly declared the city, quote, one of the most diverse regions in Canada and maybe the world. Could the influx of new Richmondites from around the globe possibly be related to its status as a Canadian McMecca? Almost certainly not, but to look at it another way, yes. Today, with the Yankee McBurger chain as omnipresent in Canada as Tim freakin' Hortons, speaking as an American, let me just say to our neighbors to the north, you're welcome. And you're also welcome for Fraser. This week on Doughboys, we conclude Toront-dough, Dough Canada, the Great Bite North, a month-long culinary tour of the six with McDonald's Canada. Welcome to Doughboys, the podcast about chain restaurants. I'm Nick Weiger, along with my co-host, Francis Ford Capicola, the Spoon Man Mike Mitchell.
Welcome to Doughboys. Very Halloween appropriate roast you got there today.
Very Halloween appropriate, yes. Hi,
no, it's
Dough
not.
fam.
I was joking. It's not Halloween appropriate at all. Francis Ford.
I thought you were because you were talking. He did a Dracula voice because he did Bram Stoker's Dracula.
That was well. There you go.
That's what I thought the reference you were making was.
I made a meal out of the muck.
Hi, Dough fam. Thanks for keeping me entertained all these years while mowing the lawn and plowing snow. Hi, Eli. Parenthetical, leave this out if you want IDC. All right.
When
Thanks,
when he says plowing snow, does he mean he's fucking it?
Yeah, and when he says mowing the lawn, he means eating it out. Roastedbirdfuck.com. A megalopolis roast, Mitch. Yeah, it's not a Canadian roast. Yes, it's not a Halloween roast. It's a megalopolis roast because it's in the zeitgeist.
Dracula. He did do Dracula.
He did. Bram Stoker's Dracula. Gary Oldman.
That reminded me of something that happened today. We'll get to that later.
You know, hey man, I know you haven't seen Megalopolis yet, but the thing I can tell you that's not a spoiler.
I'm talking about the bird.
We'll get to the bird. The thing the thing I can tell you that's not a spoiler. Was that Watto from Phantom Menace?
Yeah, but he's dressed as Dracula from Halloween.
Got it.
Watto is.
We both can fly.
What? Sorry, I'm hitting the microphone. What do you think they're dressing like on Tatooine? Go ahead. Why are you
Is there a Halloween? It's probably called something different and funny.
It's called Halloween with like an Ooine, like Tatooine.
Oh, like Tatooine.
That's kind of fun.
That's
fun. Is fun. And they dress up like characters from other planets, like Gungans or whatever. And then that's a whole thing.
Gungans dressing up like Ewoks. Ewoks dressing up like Gungans.
And I heard that Jack Skellington is actually their Santa Claus who comes on Halloween.
He is.
It's all flip-flopped.
Yeah, it's
up
all different. It was a long time ago.
Skellington is part of the Star Wars universe?
Yeah, there's skeletons. Jack Skellington's part of it.
He's always kind of, if you go back and watch episode 1, he's sort of shooting around in the background a lot.
It's all Disney IP at this point.
The first one that came out, episode 4, I guess I should say.
Look,
we gotta slow it down here a notch.
Megalopolis. Here's what I was gonna say. Megalopolis.
It's gonna be like that. It's gonna be a wild one.
We know what we're getting into.
Yeah.
Well, and you know what? I love every minute of it.
Good.
This is what it's all about.
You're putting a dent in that couch right with your grip.
I said I'd make a meal out of the muck, but what's the
Mountain out of molehill.
Polish mountain out of molehill? No, but like what's the you polish a turd?
Polish a turd. Yeah, that's a little.
What's the
off
made
color.
gold out of what's the I
Put lipstick
gold.
on a pig.
There you go.
That's one of them.
Funny.
Gold out of gunk.
Yeah.
You're taking me back to prom night. Put lipstick on a pig. Here's my date.
Get that Mike Mitchell back here.
Yeah, I got sent back to the pig farm. The pigs had a great night at prom.
You should never have been out of that pig farm. If I was the mayor of that town, which one day hopefully I will be, Mayor of Quincy, I'm going to burn it to the ground and change all the laws about letting half pig boys out of their pens to go to school.
I'm not a half pig. Here's the deal. I brought a pig to prom. And then they were like, there's a pig at prom. And then the pig catchers came. They took me. Uh-huh. They confused me. They thought I was the pig.
Yeah,
the pig stayed at prom.
Had a great time. Well, I think he was
Crown King.
I think he was prom king, yeah.
He was. The pig won prom king.
Yeah.
Fucking got laid.
Yeah.
He lived the life. I was over there rolling in mud. I actually had a blast.
I would love to be mayor of Quincy one day.
You can't be mayor of Quincy.
I would love it.
I think you can barely do any math.
You don't have to do math to be a mayor.
Budget?
You just have to
That's
cut
true,
the ribbon on a new auto parts place.
Yeah, it's largely ceremony. The comptroller will take care of the budget.
I don't trust you with the scissors. He's gonna be cutting ribbons. He's gonna be. I don't like it.
Look, while we're talking civic governance, we got to talk about Megalopolis.
Yes,
because here's what I want to say. This is not a spoiler.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Aubrey Plaza in Megalopolis plays a character.
I love Aubrey Plaza. I was saying
love Aubrey
Aubrey Plaza. I was
yes.
saying ugh because you're bringing this up.
Aubrey
again.
Plaza in the movie Megalopolis plays a character named Wow Platinum. That is her name, Wow Platinum.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's what I've said to Mitch. What word did the Doughboys say more than any other? Wow. And what is the highest honor you can achieve on the Doughboys podcast? 5 forks all around, which puts you in the Platinum Plate Club.
Yeah.
Wow Platinum. I believe that's a nod to the pod because I think Francis Ford Coppola is a Doughboys subscriber.
Which makes sense.
Really? You think he is?
I think he
Which
is.
makes sense
which makes sense
because
because we're a Coppola goofballs.
I was fully...
He's done that three
I love
times.
it. I love that.
He skipped one.
I completely was like, you think Francis... Why the fuck would Francis Ford Coppola be doing... He's not listening to anything. He's listening to opera vinyl. That would be cool, though. I wouldn't be surprised. If
That would be cool.
You're going to burn Quincy to the ground.
I'm going to save one house.
Hopefully the Adams house.
Ooh,
Not your house?
Oh, my house.
Yeah, I'm gonna take all you and all your friends, put them in your house, and then burn the rest of it.
It'll be a party.
We can start over. Finally,
You can't cut too many. There's a lot of ribbons keeping things together over here. You can't cut too many of them.
Mitch Hanford, this is the final episode of Toront-dough, Canada, The Great Bite North, a month-long culinary tour of the six, and the mystery chain teased at the live show has been revealed. It is McDonald's Canada. That's
Everyone
right.
guessed it, and
McDonald's
they got it right.
Canada.
Everyone was guessing McDonald's Canada. They got it right.
Wait, they were really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, then you got it right.
Wags, you're dressed up for Halloween as a dork.
I am wearing my Canadian tuxedo. Now, here's the thing. Well, I mentioned the live show. I was going to wear this to the live show. And, of course, Air Canada lost my bag. It was a whole ordeal. We're later in the week now. We're recording up here at Podium Studios in Toronto. So I have my luggage, and I'm bringing out the Canadian tuxedo for this Halloween centric episode.
But you did. We were just talking about that it released on Halloween. Did you know that it was Halloween?
Yeah.
That's not why you dressed up in the Canadian tuxedo.
No, I wore it just to wear it, because otherwise it was a fucking waste.
Well, you got it on.
Yeah, I got it on.
There's nothing like a brand new denim coat to make a man look very uncomfortable. Look how high his shoulders are.
I know.
Just from,
it's
it's
also a little too big, but it's
It
all
does
right.
look like you're wearing a fat suit. It looks like it's flumped up.
Yeah. I'm clumping a little bit.
I have a jean jacket that I've been for years like trying to just like make it wearable.
Yeah.
Like I wash it unnecessarily sometimes, just like break it down, and it's still just like this stiff, stupid thing.
Emma and Mars, you're the Canadian in the room. Y'all got any denim?
Y'all got any?
Oh yeah, Nick, we got lots of denim. Okay. That's not even Canadian, Mars.
Yeah, just jeans, no jacket really, because I do find them to be pretty stiff, and I haven't found one I love yet.
You got any denim?
That's a fair question.
You need to go to like a vintage store to get
Yeah, I
denim
have
ones
two
that feel
denim
like
jackets that I love. I think they're in storage in my parents' house in Maine, but I got them from a vintage store in college, and so they're like one of them. The sleeves is all frayed and it's like got holes in it. It's falling apart, but it's so soft. But yeah, it's like someone wore it for like 20 years before I bought it.
So I lost my luggage, and we found it.
You got it back.
Another thing that happened.
God.
So Emma and Mars and Amelia and I went on a walking tour guided by Alana Johnston the Knife earlier this week.
I was filming.
We went to the Rogers Center, which is where the Blue Jays play or the Leafs play, whatever the fuck. They have the
Rogers
the
Center.
It's baseball, isn't it?
Rogers Center is baseball.
The Scotia Bank Arena is where they play. The Scotia Bank is where basketball. Okay, so that's where the Raptors play.
And hockey.
Yes.
I think maybe.
Yeah.
We were at the sports complex where all the
Rogers
Toronto
Center.
area.
You were at the formerly
pro
known as
teams
the
play.
Sky Dome.
Anyway, so there's a bunch of statues. There's like a wall of heroes of all of the Maple Leafs, the famous Maple Leafs, the Hall of Famers.
Wendell Clark, I'm sure, was up there. Doug Gilmour.
And you know
Felix
what?
Potvin.
And
These are all
Tim
90s.
Horton himself, the Hockey Hall of Famer, there was a statue of him immortalized. So we go to pose for a photo there, and I take my purse off, and I just for the photo, and I hang it on like the outstretched foot of Tim Horton or another Leaf, and we take the photo. And then we leave, and we're in like a store looking at like Raptors jerseys, and I'm like, "Where's my bag?" And Emma remembers.
We were gone for like 10, 15,
At least 10
20
minutes,
minutes
yeah.
like shopping, and we thought he put it down while I was trying something on. We're looking all over the store. I look across the street, still hanging on the dude's foot.
Yes. So Emma, thank you. You saved this whole thing a number of times. But
that's what the jacket was in?
no, that was a separate incident. That's where I almost lost my wallet.
Gotcha.
And
So you're
phone
just
and
bad with
everything.
bags.
Yeah, I'm just bad with everything.
Yeah.
I told
Well,
you.
I
I told you.
wouldn't say
I
that.
took my fucking sunglasses and I stashed them in the pocket of my hotel robe and I lost them for 2 days. I don't know what they were doing there.
You're gonna let him talk like that? He's bad at everything. What are you talking about? You
He
got
sounds like
yourself
a damn
up
fool
here.
if you ask me.
No. You got yourself across the border. That's a difficult task.
Yeah,
You had your passport with you.
I'm managing with it. This is the final episode. We're gonna figure it all
Here's
out.
an idea. Get the fuck out of here. Just leave Toronto.
I'm about to go. This is
I'm
the final
trying.
episode.
I know. I'm thrilled.
We're almost done. Mitch
I
played
felt so much better. I feel like shit this week.
Yeah, it's been a tough
sucks.
week. We've
We
been
were
eating
in
a lot
front
of
the
garbage.
Scotia Bank Arena for that, and then we went to the Sky Dome afterwards. The statues are in front of Scotia Bank Arena.
Got
Got
it.
it.
That's where it was.
You know when you guys you go to somebody's house for the first time, like they're hosting you and like you walk in, they're like, this place sucks. I don't even want to be here. You don't really want to go to that person's house, right?
It's true.
Yeah. I would imagine the same thing carries over to podcasts. I don't want to be here. I don't like this. How do you think that makes me feel?
The Rogers Center is where they play. I think it's the Kenny Rogers Center, isn't it? I don't
Sky
know
Dome.
you, but here's a baseball.
You gotta
Is it
know.
Kenny Rogers?
Is it Kenny Rogers?
You gotta
Oh wait,
know.
no.
Oh yeah, that's
when-
Gambler.
That's what it is.
You're thinking of
Who's that guy who I'm thinking of? You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
The streets. Mike McDonald.
Taking it. Oh,
You're taking
McDonald's.
McDonald's, Oh,
You know
hey,
what? Go to
McDonald's.
McDonald's.
Kind of appropriate.
Hey, pretty good.
Kenny Rogers could be like, you gotta know when to hit 'em. You gotta know when to bunt 'em.
I thought you were gonna say no one to sit him.
No
Oh,
when
that's
to
pretty good.
work.
walk 'em better.
Know when to
hit
run.
'em.
run. That's
There you
right.
go.
You better start your sliding when you're coming down to home base. Oh, whatever.
Don't start your sliding right after you've hit the ball.
All right, look,
Play it
Wax, happy Halloween to all our listeners. It's a Halloween day.
That's right.
Am I back in Los Angeles at this point? I don't know.
I don't think so.
You're betting no. Work final October 29th. There's a chance I'm back.
There's a chance.
Ooh.
We'll see.
But then they also told me maybe not.
Yeah.
A lot of people thought we were gonna do. I guess there's a haunted mansion keg or something.
The keg.
The
Like
keg
the
has a haunted
restaurant?
The
mansion
keg, which I
installation.
went to the keg with my mom and sister.
The Keg, same ownership as Swiss Chalet and Harvey's.
Oh,
and
it's a chain. What kind
Yes.
of restaurant is it?
It's kind of like a
East Side
steakhouse.
Mario's. They're all one company.
East Side Mario's.
Yeah.
Keg Mansion. Keg Mansion said to be haunted by Lillian. Oh my God. I'm just reading this right now.
Sounds scarifying.
Keg Mansion, scarifying?
Yeah.
Keg Mansion said to be haunted by Lillian, a maid who hanged herself in 1915 on the premises.
Oh.
She was employed by his owner, industrialist Hart Massey.
Well, you know when you go to somebody's house and they're like, yeah, come on over. And like you sit down, they just start reading off their phone. And you're like, oh, they weren't preparing for me to be here at all. They didn't care.
That's kind of like going to Mitch's house, actually.
Another story said that Lillian was having an affair with a Massey family man.
Wow.
So Megalopolis was not a great thrill ride.
I don't think it's a good movie,
You want to
but
get
I
back
think it's
into
a
Megalopolis?
fascinating
You don't want to
movie.
know more about the
I don't want to
haunted
sit here and
caves?
watch you scroll through your phone.
I think anyone who likes movies should watch Megalopolis because it's a fascinating watch.
It's part of movie history.
Yeah, I think so. And very much so. And just the fact
And
that
what's
it's
the
self-financed.
what would you say is the famous line from it?
Well, I mean, we're into spoiler country. Do you want me to say it?
Yeah.
What do you think of this boner?
That's probably the biggest. That's probably the line.
I'm guessing this is maybe a guy who works at a morgue and he's got like a decomposed body and he's showing the new kid.
You're close.
I actually have no idea what this movie's about. I haven't seen it.
You
You
thought
should
it was
watch
an
it.
actual bone?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it could have been. I don't think a lot of people refer to bones as boners.
No, the person, the skeleton. It's like,
yeah.
when it's a Halloween, like, oh, look at that group of boners walking out. There's a bunch of people dressed as skeletons, you'd say.
Right. I think if you work in like forensics, if
Yeah,
you're like, like perform autopsies, you start to adopt that sort of lingo. You just call
I
skeletons.
got another boner
Another
for
boner's
you, Mac.
coming
Well,
in.
throw it within the pile. I'll
Found a
get to
boner
them.
in the ravine.
Yep.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
I got a couple things to say. One, we were driving over here.
Yeah.
I asked our Uber driver if I could roll down my window.
Who looked a lot like Paul Rudd.
He was like a
handsome son of a
a
bitch.
French
I was like, what the-
Canadian Paul Rudd.
Yeah,
very,
but this
very
guy
dashing.
on TV, he was good looking.
I got in that car. I said, "You're a handsome bitch."
You're a handsome bitch.
Hey, hug. That handsome son of a bitch. I said, can I roll down my window? You, the peanut gallery in the back, starts laughing. Sorry, peanut allergy gallery starts laughing in the back.
I developed, one late in life.
He grew
Oh,
a
shit.
peanut allergy.
Isn't that
My
weird?
nephew's got one.
Yeah.
He grew his. It's a slight one.
He
His is
planted it
grown.
and watered it and grew
Yeah,
it.
I mean, he didn't have one before. He's got one. You got a slight
I
one.
started
now.
developing it. Yeah, it's weird. It's really strange. I guess it happens.
Go to an allergist, you fool.
I went
It
to an
happens.
allergist.
What did they say?
It's like, it happens sometimes.
Did they draw the grid on your skin and then poke you with different?
I did. I
types
got
of
that
things?
happen. Yeah,
Yeah.
I got a blood test too. Yeah, this whole thing. Look.
It's like Terminator when they open his arm.
This joint's been getting a lot of work.
What's that? What did you say?
This joint's been getting a lot of work.
Just jacking off.
It's a
he's
jack
jacking
off
off,
joke. Yeah.
So I rolled down the window and then the peanut gallery in the back laughing it up.
Yeah.
I said, "What do you guys do?" And then Hanford says, "It makes you less of a man." Is that what you
Well,
said?
this is you, and I don't think this is being. I'm not trying to make. This isn't a hyperbolic impression. I think this is what it sounded like. Excuse, sir. Can is it okay if I open the window? Is it okay if I open the window, sir? And then what did he tell you? Yes, this is your car. You paid for it, basically.
It was very French. It said he's a French accent. I
He
think
said that's your window.
that's your window. And then you said,
He said, "Don't open mine."
do not open mine. And then because this handsome son of a gun was also French on top of all that.
Yeah.
He was a total package, and plus he had a nice car.
And he had a nice car, and you're in the back there, and you said, "I think it just makes you less of a man." That's
Yeah.
what you said. And then in front, he was driving. He laughed.
He liked it.
He laughed
He
at
liked
that.
it.
He liked that.
Like finally, the French are not being
Made fun of. We don't have to butt in the joke. Wags, we were in McDonald's.
But then I
That's
tried to
right.
roll down my window. I couldn't do it. 'Cause
Yes, it was
he had him
locked.
child locked,
You yelled at him. He said, "I need to get down for a joke." You were saying.
banging his head with an American flag.
Wags, when we were at McDonald's, did anyone go up to you and say, "Hey, is your dad in here working today? I'm a big fan." Fucking clown ass dad.
I forgot about that. That was so long ago.
What, clown ass dad?
Yeah, that was a long time ago. It's just we went in that. This was a joke Mitch was making in the studio. Like I guess back in June. When was that? May maybe.
Yeah, it came out. That was Jordan Morris's episode that came out on 7-Eleven.
Yeah, so we probably recorded that in April or May. So I did. Yeah, the clown. Yeah, there you go.
So someone
Blast
said
from
that
the
to
past.
you when you went in?
Mitch. Well, that's.
Well,
that's
did
what-
anyone say it today to you about your dad?
Yeah, someone did.
Anyways, look, a bird flew into McDonald's.
That's
Yes,
right.
That was cool.
That's what I was referring to before with the
Oh, I was doing a bat.
I thought you were doing a bat
No,
for
I know
Halloween.
we were doing bats, and I said, "Ooh, that connects to later," because a bird flew in there.
It's funny seeing birds inside always.
It is funny. I agree with that.
Mitch, you got to play the drop, and then I got to introduce Hanford, and then we can get on with the show.
Salute ho to Nation Collier. Emma hit him with a drop. The drop.
Le drop.
Le drop. The drop. You know what? Why? Because that's kind of my mission this year. We talked about it a bit with Ghostbusters. You know that song? Just give it back to the boys. Hey! Give it back to the boys. Give it back to the boys. Give it back to the boys. Prepare for this bit to carry on for another 3 months.
We love it, yeah! Where's my For the Boys t-shirt?
The song was good, you have to admit that.
It's Doughboys, you slophead.
What?
I think it said it's Doughboys, you slophead.
Oh,
All right.
That's fun.
DK, thanks for pushing me to fix the audio. This is email. This is how the email is starting off. So DK, I guess, pushed back on this guy to fix the audio. DK, thanks for pushing me to fix the audio. Open to tweaking it again if you think I should. What the fuck is
How
going
long
on,
has this
DK?
been going on?
Well, this email is from 2023, May 2023. If you use it, here's the note.
Dropking is giving like rounds of notes on
What the
drops.
hell are
that
you
are sent
doing,
in.
Dropking? If you're hearing this, the Sloppy Boys are probably on the pod. So a hearty,
Wow.
what is up to them?
All right.
I did pretty bad. You do it.
Oh, it's Tim's thing, but what is up, I guess he says.
What is up?
Now, what is that?
Thanks for all the laughs and wows to Mitch and Wags, Emma, DK, Casey, Amelia, and Scorpion.
Wow.
Shout out to the two fat Kevins. Red, aka Danny Noonan on Discord. Hey, we know Danny Noonan.
I know,
Wow,
yeah,
thanks,
we
Danny
know.
Noonan.
Hey.
Lovely drop.
Yeah,
well
right,
done.
All right. That was a good one.
Yeah, and thanks for taking Dropking's feedback and iterating on
Yeah.
that a few times.
I wonder
Get
how
it,
much he's,
get it up into shape.
I wonder how much he's charging you.
Yeah.
Do all the drops go to Dropking first and he sends them to you? Or what?
I gave up on looking at the drops or looking at anything that has to do with the podcast in a lot of ways.
You probably have a ton of them because we get a bunch. And you guys
Yeah.
have probably even.
They've kind of fallen off this pod a little bit.
I always enjoy that when we do it. I mean, we took that from your show, but I'm sure.
Drops are a lot of fun.
So it's fun. It's fun to hear what people pick out of the episodes and put together.
I love it. Drops at birdfuck.com. Hey, our guest today from the Sloppy Boys and the Tonight Show, Mike Hanford is back. Hi, Handman.
Hello.
Handman, you're doing a show in up here in Toronto tomorrow night.
Yes.
You're doing your stand up. Thank you so much for making time to come do the pod.
Come on,
with us. It's great to have you. When
I
you're
love
in
it
town.
up here.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. I love
What
doing
a-
the
And a
show.
man who lived in Toronto for school.
That's right. You
Right.
studied for a year at the University of Toronto.
My freshman year, I was up here.
Wow.
And, beautiful, beautiful school, beautiful town.
Wait, it was University of Toronto?
Yep.
I thought you said just a second ago it was St. Mike's.
Well, I was trying to explain. St. Mike's is the university is made up of 7 colleges.
Oh.
St. Mike's was the college.
So I was right. I sent when I got
But I think I was trying to explain it. I was confusing when I was trying to explain it. I think.
one of my first nights up here, I walked through the University of Toronto. I got a video of a skunk, and I sent it to Amber. I said, "This guy took your spot up here at University of Toronto."
He was my best professor. He was good.
Stink
And then
101?
then my nose on clothespin professor was pretty good. I should say clothespin on nose.
It was your freshman year.
Yeah.
So you were originally going to be like, I'll go to school up in Canada. I'll go to school in Toronto, and then you transferred to an American university.
Yeah, I
You
transferred to Ithaca where I met Mitch. But
Wow.
I really liked it up here, but I realized I wanted to do film, which turned into TV or just
Right.
entertainment. And the film program up here was like all practical stuff.
So you're up here because you grew up in upstate New
Practical
Or
York.
sorry, all theoretical stuff.
You
So
grew-
it was all like, talking about
Film
Right.
theory.
yeah.
Right, not application. So you're in upstate New York, and you like how far from where you grew up is Toronto?
Not far. There was a time when Rochester had this thing called the fast ferry that would go right across.
Wow.
And it
What happened to it?
completely failed. Like no one used it. It was like this big story forever. From Australia, this like big huge boat that could carry cars and shit, and it didn't work out. But It took maybe 3 hours to get here, going around Lake Ontario.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Because you can see it. You can almost see Rochester from that's what some people are saying. You can almost see across to Rochester. So it's like,
Damn.
if you had that fast ferry, you could get
I know,
there
it was like an
under
hour. It was crazy. And just no one came. And it was like, I think the idea was proposed when like the currency was, US dollar was better in Canada. And then I think that just kind of evened out and it wasn't worth coming up to shop.
Damn. I've been to the
It's
Rock
worth to come to see the nice city though.
Yeah, I mean, this was it's one of those geographical things that for me, as someone who lived his whole life in Southern California, it's like it's closer from Rochester, New York, to Toronto, Ontario, than it is from Los Angeles, California, to San Francisco, California.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
right.
It's like it's just feels asynchronous to me.
From Rochester to Toronto than it was to Rochester to Ithaca. Longer to ride.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't like it too much. You left.
While you were up here, like what was that experience like as an American living in Toronto? Like your first time away from home?
How much were you bullied?
I was bullied. I did a lot of the bullying.
Yeah.
Here. I would run around, but I would go to like younger grades. I would go to the high schools and bully those people because they were younger than me. No, it was interesting because I don't know if they still do. Mars, do they still do grade 13 here?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Grade 13.
Grade 13.
Yeah, it was like after
What the
your
hell?
senior year up here, or they just had 13 grades instead of 12.
Yeah.
And then so everyone was a year older than us.
What the hell?
That sounds like a scary show on like Nickelodeon.
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
90s.
yeah.
That's a Goosebumps book.
Yeah.
Grade
Grade
13.
You're going to grade 13. There's like an arm coming out of the door.
That even might be a part of Fear Street. That might be too scary for Goosebumps.
Oh, is that,
No, you're right.
Is that like the...
Yeah, Fear Street is the
Stories to
elevated.
tell in the dark.
It was cool up here. Maybe I'll tell you some. I don't know what the difference was. It was just being in a big city was like
That was the big
brand
thing.
new thing,
Right,
yeah.
right.
Which was really fun. And the school was humongous. Like all my classes were huge, and I didn't
Yeah.
really get to know too many people other than like the people in my dorm.
Because I also took a little stroll through the University of Toronto campus, and just to because it was a lovely campus, Mitch. And I will say, but it's one of those campuses like NYU where, and I guess to some degree UCLA where I went, although it's a little bit kind of a self-contained, where the buildings are kind of integrated into a larger city.
There's no defined like the campus is here and this is
and then
outside
you go to Ithaca, which
Right.
is very much a college town.
Yeah, and I think maybe that was part of it too. I did want like a college experience to have
Right.
that, just like everyone's in the same bunch.
And then we had one of the best damn college experiences.
That's
You guys
right.
became pals, and
We came-
comedy history with
Yeah.
the Birthday Boys is created. How about that?
That's pretty good.
Yeah, pretty cool.
We are.
Not
He's the guy who I met. I think I did meet you freshman year. Didn't you visit Ithaca freshman year?
I don't think so.
Then sophomore year. It is.
Sophomore it is.
Sophomore year.
I can't believe a time in my life when you weren't around.
We met through my roommate Grana.
Yeah, who I went to high school with.
Mm-hmm.
What's Grant up to?
He lives in
He's a
California.
doctor in California.
Whoa,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Like north though.
He was in the Peace Corps, wasn't he?
Wait,
no.
AmeriCorps maybe?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Sorry, Grana. We love you.
We love you, Grant.
We love you. We just can't keep all your volunteer work straight.
Do you have so you have your time in Toronto? Do you remember anything from like were you going to Tim Hortons? Were there cheap bites you were getting back in the day?
Cheap bites. I remember 2-for-1 pizza. I'd get a lot. Which was
Okay.
2 slices for $1.
Hey, that's not bad at all.
For a loony, you'd put down a loony.
You put down a loony
You
and
put
then
down
you
a
get 2
toonie,
slices.
You can get 4 slices.
Wow.
I said I can do this math all fucking day. I'm a university student.
You thought he didn't have the math skills to become mayor.
You can become mayor. Just don't burn it down.
I do remember going. There was a toga party on campus once that me and my friends went to.
Wow.
Yeah, that was kind of fun. And then, but we went wearing. We got Depends, and we thought that would be
That
funny.
is fun.
And nobody else thought it was funny. Just the 4 of us thought it was funny. And that was sort of my time here. Was like, I remember asking a girl out in a class I was in. Like, we got along very well, and she was like, "No, I don't think so." I was like, okay. Actually, I did have a date here. I took a girl out to a movie, and she wanted to go to McDonald's. We went to McDonald's beforehand.
Oh, hell yeah.
Do you remember the movie?
No, I don't. I wish I did. It would have been 2000. What were we, freshman 2001 or 2? Yeah,
2001,
2002,
yeah.
I think, because it would have been the spring of that year. And I remember she came to my room, my dorm room, and before the date.
Yeah.
And I had just music on, and her name was Michelle, and the Beatles song Michelle was on. And I was just like, fuck.
That's
she came in. I was like, hey, like you. And she was like, I don't know what the song is. I said, all right.
But I'm weirded out.
Let's go to this movie and then McDonald's.
Let's go watch Attack of the Clones. And then
Yeah, right.
Yeah, 2001 was the fall 2001. Bad time in history was our.
But this would have been
year.
the spring.
the spring.
I would have.
I'm saying our freshman year of.
Yeah.
I was in Ithaca. I was in the East Tower at Ithaca College. Did you live in the towers?
No, I was in. I forget where.
2022. Oh fuck, that's the wrong year. 2002.
What the hell?
Hold on.
Was there a bird at the McDonald's when you were there?
I was kind of acting like a bird.
We'll get to it.
You know when the bird? I saw the bird get up. You know how you can order a Big Mac?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he ordered a big worm.
I saw that. Yeah,
Did you see that?
I did. He ordered. Yeah, he asked for the big worm.
And then you can get a side of fries, side of flies.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it was. We thought he said fries, but then we realized he said flies.
He said flies.
Yeah. He said that.
And he said, "Can I get it to go? I'm taking it back to my nest."
Yeah.
And I said, "Okay, yeah."
And you know how you can get a McFlurry?
Yeah.
He asked for a birdseed McFlurry. Did you hear that?
I did. I remember that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember what he got for a drink?
I do remember what he got for a drink. It was a bird
Sprite?
juice.
Oh yeah, bird juice. I think
Beak
it was.
Sprite?
I think it was Beak Sprite.
Or bird juice?
It was one of the two. 2002 in film. Yeah.
7 up, way up.
You know what he said? It said, "Don't give me a straw. Give me a hollow bone." Birds are made of.
Minority Report was an option. You could have seen My Big Fat Greek Wedding. That would have been a nice date film.
That would have been fun.
You guys probably could have gotten engaged.
Ice Age or Signs.
I think it may have been Signs.
Might have been Signs. That would track.
It seems like I did see that in the theaters, and
Ooh, that's appropriate for today, for Halloween. That's scary moment when the alien walks by and the footage.
that was a scary moment.
Yeah.
7-Up isn't in McDonald's, is it? It's Sprite.
Sprite, yeah.
So 7 way up didn't really work. It works for a bird.
Yeah.
Like his bird can
7
fly
up,
really high.
parentheses into the sky.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
But it doesn't work because they don't carry it.
Well, he asked for the restroom key. He said, like, can I get the restroom key? I have to go empty the contents of my cloaca.
All right.
Yeah.
And then they gave him the back door, and there was a car out there. He shat on the car.
Yeah, he shat on the car, yeah. Okay, so
that bathroom at that McDonald's is a nightmare. I was in there. I told you the story before. We went to the same McDonald's that I thought that Thunder and Lightning had turned the lights off.
Wait, that's the McDonald's?
Yes.
So I ate breakfast, and then later together we all ate lunch at the same McDonald's of the story you told at the live show.
Yes.
Of the McDonald's where they told you to get the fuck out.
Yes.
You had breakfast and lunch at that McDonald's?
On separate days.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So,
no, I had some hotel restaurant oatmeal today. I was like, I'm gonna eat something unhealthy for lunch, so I want to have a baseline.
So the
Nutrition.
lights go out.
Yeah.
I sit down. I saw another guy sitting down. He got up and left. And then the guy came up and said, "You got to get the hell out of here."
He said the hell out of here?
He didn't say hell.
Oh, okay.
By the way, he said, "Dude, we're closed." Do you see the sliding window? There was a pickup window there at McDonald's too.
I did. Yeah, I saw that.
Wise is looking for the time. It was weird. I don't think they use it anymore.
Jesus fucking Christ! We were on your coverage. You could have completely covered that.
Who the fuck are you now? You've been talking about Coppola a little too long. My coverage. There was a slide. There was a sliding window.
Shot.
There's a sliding window there. There was a sliding window. He gave a thumbs up about the time. There was a sliding window there.
I wonder what time it would have been for him to give a thumbs down.
There's a sliding window there. You could pick up your orders, but now it's just like the part of the restaurant. So it's
probably the fucking bird entrance now.
It's a freaking bird entrance.
Hey, buddy, you know what I'm excited for in October? Halloween. It's my favorite holiday. You know what else I love? Jumping in leaf piles. Doing that all the time. And hey, can't forget about Football Sunday. Boy, that's Weiger in a nutshell. Halloween, jumping in leaf piles, Football Sunday. There's so much to love about October. Make sure you're at your best with Liquid IV's new Hydration Multiplier Plus Immune Support Mango Passion Fruit. With 5 times the daily value of vitamin C and 3 times the electrolytes of the leading sports drink, you can give your body the immune support it needs while treating yourself to a taste of the tropics. Hey, I got 2 of my favorite Liquid IV flavors right here. Got yourself a lemon lime, and if you want to go sugar-free, which I often do, you got a white peach. How about that? And hey, it's great to use for faster hydration after a workout, a long flight. I just took a couple of those. After hot yoga, I'm doing that all the time on football Sunday. Hydration Multiplier Plus Immune Support is scientifically formulated to support a healthy immune system. You know, you jump in a leaf pile, and then you got to do some hot yoga afterwards to sort of come down from that. 5 times the daily value of vitamin C in every serving to give your body the support it needs. Mango passion fruit flavor immerses you in the tropical flavors of ripe, sun-kissed mango combined with the luscious, tangy notes of an exotic passion fruit. All-in-one hydration and immune support for everyday wellness, vitality, and rehydration. Tear, pour, live more. 1 stick plus 16 ounces of water hydrates better than water alone. Powered by LIV Hydra Science, an optimized ratio of electrolytes, essential vitamins, and clinically tested nutrients that turn ordinary water into extraordinary hydration. 3 times the electrolytes of the leading sports drink, 8 essential vitamins and nutrients, always non-GMO, vegan, gluten-free, dairy-free, and soy-free, but not flavor-free. Support everyday wellness with Liquid IV. Get 20% off your first order of Liquid IV when you go to liquidiv.com and use code Doughboys at checkout. That's 20% off your first order when you shop Better Can't do it. Support everyday wellness with Liquid IV. Get 20% off your first order of Liquid IV when you go to liquidiv.com and use code Doughboys at checkout. That's 20% off your first order when you shop Better Hydration today using promo code Doughboys at liquidiv.com.
Wise, you were about to say something. Get into what you were going to say.
I don't remember, but we can transition into burger preferences because it's about time to talk about McDonald's. Where do you stand on a burgie?
A burger in general?
Yeah.
Oh, thumbs up, way up.
Do you like the big worm?
Yeah. I usually do. I do a big worm, but with like the meat cow option.
Right. Yeah,
that's right. You ordered the big worm, but with beef.
Yes,
they'll
please.
do that for you, which is nice.
Which is nice.
But what is your like? Do you have like a either a favorite individual burger, could be from any restaurant, or do you have like the platonic ideal of like a burger, like a burger off a grill or something?
My favorite is a burger off the grill.
Yeah.
Hot, still like hot, the cheese and everything.
Like a backyard barbecue.
Yeah, that's my favorite type.
Fun.
But my just go to like my favorite just getting a burger from a place is probably like In-N-Out or smash burgers. I know it's like a trend that's come and gone so much, but I still love like smash burgers. So
is there a Rochester burger spot that you think of?
There's like Tom Wall's and there's another one. Bill Gray's. Those are good like chips and chips. I did that at McDonald's. He was calling fries chips.
Wait, what the hell is going on with you?
I've been watching too much Mr. Bean, I suppose.
You got anglicized over there. You know who loves smash burgers? I've heard the Hulk loves smash burgers.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
This joke has not been made yet on this podcast.
No, it really hasn't.
Hey, you know what? We were on your coverage. You could have fucking at least reacted to it.
He's reacting now. Cover him.
There we go.
How do you know who's on what coverage?
Mike, can we edit that so that when I say, like Smashburger's Hulk, and then have him do that laugh
put me
response?
Laughing right there. That'll be a little cleaner.
He's wearing a different shirt.
I think
Had you heard that before?
No, actually, I haven't heard it before. I don't think it's been said on the podcast.
Yeah, okay.
Or in general.
I can't believe that hasn't been said.
What do you like? Okay, so you have like an In-N-Out burger or something like that, or like a smash burger. Do you like do you like any particular toppings? Any veggies? I usually
say hold the lettuce. Don't need lettuce. It kind of I always find lettuce just kind of squirts everywhere and doesn't add much to it.
Right.
Tomato.
Mitch dropped his phone. Get a shot of Mitch for picking up his phone. Mitch dropped his phone.
I'm okay with it, baby.
See, Mitch, that's why I gotta get you turned on to one of these new phone necklaces. I'm telling you, I got a whole trunk in my hotel room. These things, they come in every color you can imagine.
Wait, your phone's on the couch.
Yeah, but I don't know. I keep mine in a case at home.
What hotel are you? You can say it because you'll be gone now.
I'm at Hotel Trudeau, staying with the Prime Minister.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it was nice of him to open his home.
Yeah,
to me. You know what I do like?
What's that?
Is mayo. I always kind of
it's
always something I kind of forget, and then I was like, oh, mayo. But tomato, mayo, ketchup, pickle would be sort of my top.
Sounds delightful.
And onion if I don't have a date later.
Hey,
the camera's never on me, right?
I liked it.
No, I like the audio fine. I don't work well on camera.
Halloween, good day to have onion on you.
Because it's close to garlic.
It's close to garlic. Oh,
Might trick them for just a moment.
Doesn't onion scare off some evil spirits or some shit?
Maybe. I don't know. I only know garlic with Dracula's.
Yeah.
You like garlic on your burger?
No.
Oh,
I've never had.
Never mind.
Could you say it for this one?
Yeah, could you please just say yes?
Like a garlic aioli can be nice. I don't know if I ever do like a roasted garlic, like just like smeared on a burger, but maybe I could see that working.
Does garlic aioli, will that work on Dracula? It's got to work on Dracula,
Yeah,
right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think he'd like,
Ooh. Crushed up garlic in a... Sorry, I was... You finish your thought.
No.
Dracula. A crushed up garlic in the patty itself would be good.
Yeah, that could absolutely work.
That'd be very good.
Yeah. Okay, where do you stand on McDonald's specifically?
I love McDonald's.
Love McDonald's.
Yeah, I mean, this is like every time, even just today, just like eating, it's like it's a treat. Like it was growing up, that was like the Pavlovian like.
Yeah.
McDonald's, it's good just because I know I can't eat it a lot.
Yeah, I love McDonald's. I have a great time at a McDonald's. I try not to go too frequently, but every time I go, I'm just like, this is great.
Yeah, and it's disgusting food. I mean, like you open up the bun and you're just like, ugh,
yeah,
what is going on in here?
It's a tasty treat that can't be beat.
That's true.
Absolutely.
It's called the Skeleton King.
Speaking of boners,
McDonald's Canada, which we are covering for our final episode of Toront-dough Canada, the Great Bite North month-long culinary tour of the six, was founded in 1940 in San Bernardino, California, and first opened in Canada in 1967 in Richmond, British Columbia. Richmond.
The last year the Leafs won the Stanley Cup.
Mitch, is that possibly connected? McDonald's intrusion into Canada?
Oh my God.
Is what led to the curse of the Maple Leafs?
The McDonald's has to end.
Wow.
What year was that when the...
1967.
That was the last time they won.
It really is.
I have a correction. Yeah. I said we were quizzing Lisa Gilroy about... Remember I said, who won the World Series in 1990 and 1991? And in my head, I thought it was the Jays. It was not. It was 1992 and 93, I think they won.
Yeah, I remember they had like 2 years in a row.
They had back-to-back, and I fucked up the back.
Did they have a guy named Carter who was really good?
Yeah, Jimmy Carter. He's still going.
Mitch, if McDonald's has to leave Canada for the Leafs to win again, it's going to be a while because there are now 1,400 locations in Canada. It is the fourth largest chain in the nation. The second biggest American chain, number one, is Starbucks. And for this episode, we will only be discussing and rating Canadian exclusive menu items. So that's what makes this the McDonald's Canada episode.
Seeing as our guest basically got everything you get in America, but
no, that's not true.
That's not true.
Two things that you can get in America.
That's okay. We talk. Mitch and I will be doing that. Mitch and I will be doing that. Hanford can do whatever he wants because I think it's also useful to compare the Canadian execution to the American execution because there are things like, for instance, they have. I took a photo of the placemat which bragged about its 100% Canadian beef, like all Canadian sourced eggs, the Canadian dairy. They are using Canadian products, so it might have a different sort of character to it.
Can I just say this? This is not an official review of McDonald's.
No, this is not an official McDonald's review. This is specifically a review of McDonald's Canada. The fork score applies to McDonald's Canada only.
And you've never done McDonald's?
We've done a McDonald's breakfast, but again, the fork score was only for McDonald's breakfast.
Gotcha.
And this is the fork score only for McDonald's Canada. Now, I'll say this. There might be an episode where we discuss some stuff about McDonald's and our future in reviewing it. There might be something about that.
What are you talking about?
The McList, you fool.
Did we do that?
Oh, shit. That will literally be out the Tuesday after this.
What was that?
The McList.
Oh my God, are you out of your...
What, I don't know why I'm saying this in the mic because we're going to cut this. But
no, we can keep it.
You guys talked about who you would have on for the McDonald's episode. You made your top 50 list of people you'd have on for the McDonald's.
What the fuck's going on with you?
Do you not remember this?
I kind of remember this. This was a while ago,
It was a while ago. It's just
Can I
the
be
two of
honest
you
with you?
made Amelia
I'm
in the
nervous
studio.
about you.
You guys couldn't narrow it down to I think there's like 50 people on the list.
Yeah, we did a bunch of we recorded a bunch of episodes and I kind of went into fugue state while we were doing it.
So that comes out next Tuesday, and I'm pretty sure if my math is correct, that is also double number 400.
Wow. How about that?
Double number 400. I just got to say this.
Yeah.
We almost did McDonald's Canada with Diston, but we recorded with him earlier in the week, and we did Harvey's instead.
Lee Harvey's?
What's that?
Lee Harvey's?
Lee Harvey.
Yeah, it's
Lee Harvey Oswald.
We did actually. I don't think we said that on the episode, but it is named after Lee Harvey Oswald, who's considered a hero in Canada.
Yeah.
It's weird. Yeah.
Because if you take out any, I can't say anything else. Not gonna. It's hard to joke in this territory. But you wanted this to be McDonald's was going to be the last surprise restaurant.
Yes.
So we pushed to a later guest. That's you.
Surprise.
But you know what,
Are you
man?
thrilled?
If we were just reviewing McDonald's, Hanford would be a great last guest.
I
for
think
McDonald's.
I think this is what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I think this worked out beautifully because Diston's been living up here, and I feel like has like as kind of adopted some kind of like some local character, if you will,
Yeah.
like has become a part of the city. And I feel like we have more of the outsider American perspective here, even though you did live in Toronto for a time.
Yeah.
So I think this worked out perfectly, and I think this is
And
a
you
great
got
one
on
to
your
end on.
track.
What's
Definitely
that?
McDonald's. Definitely at the end of the week. That was you. You were ready for McDonald's to be at the end of the week.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It does. It's a great thing. You did
It all worked out great. It all worked out great. Everyone did great.
Here's what I got to say.
Emma, you did great.
Emma,
Mars,
Thank
great
you
job.
so much.
Emma and Mars, you did the best of anyone.
Wow.
I mean, it's me and Wise the other option.
Yeah,
You
what the
did
fuck
way-
are we doing?
I'm gonna say this.
Yeah.
So I apologize about the Blue Jays. Hanford would be a great. He'd be a great McDonald's guy.
Yeah.
He'd be a great McDonald's.
This is good. Look, we don't need to talk about what the episode will be. We can just do the episode. And let me just say this. One frustration I had.
Mhm.
McDonald's Canada has a specific app that is country locked. So visiting Americans can't even download it. That's
Ooh.
annoying.
Unless you use NordVPN. Use code Doughboys at checkout at NordVPN.
Well, I don't think that's active anymore. You try it. Let us know what happens.
Yeah, try it. Give it a shot.
But if you do use the VPN, you can probably get it.
Yeah.
Is the move.
I think I was trying to upload some stuff on my Instagram stories, and I couldn't see them in my story, but like then I saw people liking them, so I didn't know if that was a weird like cell phone range type thing.
They got like Rogers and Bell up here. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
We have different cell
Isn't
phone
Bell
providers.
Alexander Graham Bell? Isn't
Yeah,
that who
it
it's
is.
referring to?
Yeah.
The king of phones?
The Canadian king of phones.
Canadian king of phones. Who we saw the little house where the first long distance call was made in
Mitch,
Little
you're,
Canada.
You're correct. When we did our Little Canada double, which is in the past now, we went and we saw little Alexander Graham Bell. How fun is that?
I'm gonna go to that thing.
You gotta go.
I gotta
It's
go.
it was an absolute blast. It was my favorite things I did up here.
It was a good time.
Okay, so-
hold on. Before we get more into, are you going to get into food?
Yeah,
We got a beer drinker here.
Oh boy,
that's
This
right.
guy likes beer.
Oh boy, I'll tell you a
What-
funny beer
you love
story.
yourself a
about
brew
it.
dog.
I want to hear a funny beer story. I want to hear your favorite Canadian beers.
Ooh, I liked Molson when I was here. I liked Molson. What was it called? It was like Molson with like 3 ships on the front of it.
Okay.
I forget what it was. It was like a white
Three-ship
label.
Molson.
I also just Labatt Blue. I like a lot too.
Yeah, I feel like
Blue.
those are the big two
Yeah,
in
of Canadians.
Canada. Mars, are you you have yourself a brew dog ever?
No, I'm not much of a beer drinker.
Not much of a beer drinker.
Yeah, they all kind of taste
Well,
bad to me.
Does that track
Molson-
with like what Canadians drink, like Molson and Labatt?
I guess. I think we also see a lot of American beers that people are drinking here. I
Right.
don't think people
Yeah.
are like loyal, except for dads. Dads love kind of Canadian beers. But
Got it.
everyone-
Yeah, like the Labatt and Molson is definitely like a product of me seeing like hockey ads in the 90s and
Right.
80s and stuff.
And also, upstate New York had a ton of Canadian beers.
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is like
Like Labatt was in our like in the Wegmans where we are.
Wow.
So it was like that like easy to get.
I wonder if they're gonna be I wonder if there must be like a Canadian microbrewery scene. In fact, I know there is because
yeah.
I had some local NA beers earlier this week. I can't remember what that brewery was, but those are delightful.
I was out with the Monster Squad. You know,
Yeah.
Dracula,
Wolfman.
Wolfman. They confused me for Frankenstein. Then I just kind of joined the group.
Yeah. Mummy was there.
Mommy was there.
There was like
Mummy,
the
Swamp.
creature from the Black Lagoon. It's got an analog,
Yeah.
kind of like a royalty-free version.
Mummy,
of
not
them.
my mummy. My mummy wasn't there, but I love.
Yeah,
my
no,
mummy.
I know,
wish
I
she
know.
was. It would be great.
I guess it's
but-
good you clarified, but I knew immediately
Yeah.
which Mummy.
But I grabbed a Coors.
Yeah.
And Coors Light, and I tossed it to the Wolfman, and he backed off.
Yeah.
I remember you told me
You
this
can't-
story.
yeah,
You told me this
yeah.
story.
The silver bullet. You can't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This
He's like,
bullet.
I'm not taking any chances. Ow!
It was a good night, though.
Yeah.
Just a good Halloween story for everyone to
Yeah,
hear.
that's fun. What do you guys do at all? Like what?
We went. We did the mash,
Well, the Monster.
That's what it was. You guys did the mash.
and then we did the fuck. The monster fuck.
So we went for breakfast earlier this week, or I went for breakfast earlier this week. I will say right now the Canadian Monopoly games are going on,
Ooh.
which is like we have McDonald's Monopoly in America, but they have it in Canada. I'm holding up the game board right now, and they have different names for shit because it's Canada. So for instance, instead of Baltic Avenue, it's Rideau Canal. Instead of Park Place, it's Fairmont-le-Château Frontenac. They're all like, and instead of like the short line
Airport,
instead of the short line railroad, it's the Toronto Airport. So it's all shit like that.
Is there a football team up here called the Frontenacs?
I don't know. These are the Argonauts. That's
The
the only
Argonauts,
one I know.
yeah. I feel like what's a front? I've heard that word before.
I don't fucking know.
is Little Canada on there?
I don't know if Little Canada's on here.
You might need your reading glasses to read.
Oh, you know what? Jail is Little Canada. That's what it is.
You go to Little
Instead of
Canada?
go to jail, you go to Little
You get
Canada.
shrunk down?
Yeah, you get littlized and you go to Little Canada.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Kensington Frontenacs is a hockey team. Is that what you're thinking?
Oh, fun.
Okay.
There you go.
What league?
So I went
No
for
idea.
breakfast earlier this week. The Canadian Monopoly games are going on
CHL?
right now, so that's a lot of fun. I got the Canadian exclusive breakfast item I got is the spicy egg and hash brown breakfast wrap, made with a freshly cracked Canadian free-run egg and processed cheese, which is what they call American cheese up here. I guess they have no concept of American cheese.
Interesting.
Yeah, processed cheese, topped with spicy habanero sauce, shredded lettuce, tomato, and a crispy hash brown, all wrapped in a soft white flour tortilla. Now, Emma, what did I text y'all? That sumbitch had a kick.
Yeah.
I'm a bit of a heat seeker, and
Yeah.
there actually was a little bit of a burn here, which I was pleasantly surprised by.
Yeah.
I enjoyed this wrap. I would not normally get the McDonald's breakfast wrap. That's just not a sort of thing I do. I don't really want to like start the day. I just feel like it's with a low quality tortilla. I'd rather have like the biscuit there or whatever,
Yeah, I'm with
or
you.
the McGriddles. But it was pretty good. The other thing I did is I had a hash browns we won't talk about, and I also had a coffee. But the Canadian version I had is the double, which is what they called. Don't you're not thinking about In-N-Out Burger, which I know you are.
I know you
Coffee.
are.
It's a double is 2 creams, 2 sugars. They have this at Tim Hortons. I had it at Tim Hortons. I found it with punishingly sweet. It's also a very white coffee. Adds 210 calories, which is a lot to a medium coffee. And here, I think it was a little better, but it may be just because I like the McDonald's coffee more than the Tim Hortons coffee, but it still was just a little too sweet for me, but it was an interesting experience. I also got the chocolate brownie muffin, and Mitch, that's another thing that you got at before Little Canada. This is a moist like a brownie with a decadent taste of chocolate mixed with sweet chocolate chips and topped with crunchy brownie pieces. I mean, it was just a chocolate muffin. I don't think there was anything brownie-like about it, but it was fine.
Why? Well, just like you, I'm a bit of a de chaleur heat seeker. Chitia de chaleur.
Yes.
Is Toronto really known as like a French? Okay.
It's Montreal
This is
a
Montreal,
million
okay.
times over. But
Because I was doing it too, but like that's
we made a bit out of it.
Canada has 2 official languages, French and English. So we're trying to, and you'll see signage will be in both at most places. So
Chats instead of cats. For the
Wow.
wrong. You didn't see that? The cats and chats? You
No.
did. Shots.
Sha?
shots.
Now we're talking.
Every feline.
oh, that was good.
I too got
pretty good.
the
Future
breakfast.
drop.
I too got the breakfast wrap. Breakfast wrap. It's a breakfast wrap. Egg, bacon, sizzle.
was thinking
Give me
about
that
sizzle.
mayo drizzle.
Oh,
Very good.
drizzle of mayo.
Pretty good. Breakfast
good.
wrap is a breakfast wrap.
Another-
I did
look,
one.
Another drop.
Another
Could be
drop.
another drop.
Uh,
take your crack. Take a crack at a couple of drops. Send him in the Drop King. He'll have some notes for you. It's a workshop you can enroll in.
Take a
But-
crack
But,
like the
but he gets you. The number show. He gets you on the
He
show.
gets you on the show.
It takes a
you there.
year at
Yeah.
least and a couple of rounds of notes.
Play the game, climb the ladder, work your way up. You will get on the show.
Speaking of cracks, the crack of that fresh egg going in my breakfast wrap. There was 2 eggs in there, Wags. Delicious.
Yeah.
The kick, there was a kick to that
Little
bad
bit of a kick.
boy, to that son bitch, as
Yeah,
you would
that's
say. And 2 eggs in there, which I appreciated. Lettuce, though, do you need lettuce?
I did not need the lettuce. Mitch, that is a great point. I
do you need the
absolutely did not
lettuce?
need the lettuce in there.
Who needs breakfast lettuce?
I generally
Yeah,
don't
that's a
need breakfast
strange-
lettuce. It's weird.
Yeah.
You don't need you don't need the breakfast.
What
lettuce.
is the lettuce? Because my thing today had lettuce, and it just kind of gives a little bit of a crunch, I guess. But like the McDonald's lettuce is just soggy-ish. There's so few
Look.
crackles in there.
The shredded
It
iceberg
works for what
lettuce
it is.
usually is like a neutral at best.
Yeah.
If you get bad version of it, like when you taste that, it's like just kind of old. But if you get the fresh
Yeah.
stuff, it works. It's a little crunch. The breakfast I liked quite a bit. Why? Because we got it before
Hoping to get some little crunches today when I trick or treat.
with your what?
When I trick or treat. this afternoon.
Oh, right.
Little
You're-
crunches,
that's
little
right,
fun-sized crunch bar.
You want to join me in the Monster Squad?
Yes, I do.
You got to pretend to be a monster. I don't know which one you can pass.
I'll
for.
be. Who was that dashingly handsome monster that everyone loved? He had a great personality. Who was that? I forget.
Leprechaun. He's pretty handsome.
Dr. Jekyll.
Oh,
That's what it is, Dr. Jekyll, yeah. We're going to Little Canada, and we're over at Little Canada. It's a little bit far, and Hanford, you experienced this morning. I'm the guy who's stressing out about time. Mitch is like, don't worry about it. The truth lies somewhere in the middle. I didn't think we had enough time for you to go to McDonald's to get breakfast. I thought we had to get to Little Canada. You were like, we'll be okay. It'll take like 10 minutes. The guy Jay, who helped us out at Little Canada, who was a delight, an absolute delight, as were all the staff there. He was like, oh yeah, it's right there. And to me, it looked like way far down the block because the sign was small, but it was like a 5-minute walk.
I said start timer. I bet you I can do this in 10 minutes, which I think I would have been, or 15 minutes, which I think I would have been close to.
Yeah, it was. I did start the timer. It was closer to 22 to 25 minutes, but
that we sat down
and ate.
I was going to get the food and bring it back.
Yeah.
I would have been back.
It worked out fine. You were correct, and I'm glad that Jay, who was a local and had that local knowledge of the area, guided us through it.
Jay also told us because we said, does breakfast stop at 10:30? The big daddy question. We weren't sure.
Yes, yeah.
Does breakfast start? Does breakfast stop at 10:30 or 11?
Jay was confident that it stopped at 11. He was like, "It's 11." Like he just knew it, and we
I
went over
told
there, and he
you,
was right.
If he was wrong, I was going to littleize him. Eat it.
I'll littleize you. That's what I should do with Quincy. Just
Littleize it and eat it?
Not eat it. I mean, littleize it and just kind of see what happens.
You're gonna downsize us?
Downsize Quincy?
Downsize, yeah.
So we went over there. We had the time.
Yeah.
We got that breakfast wrap. I also did what was the meat breakfast wrap? Oh shit.
I think it was just a bacon, egg, and cheese wrap.
Oh, there was but there was sausage too. Bacon.
There's sausage in there.
I'll look up. I'll look
sausage wrap.
Keep talking. I'll look up the exact name of the menu item.
Which I liked quite a bit, but it didn't have that kick. That kick from the egg and hash brown, and I loved the little hash brown in there too. That was fun.
the hash. That was great for texture.
The McDonald's hash brown's
Little
good as hell.
Cut up,
Kind of like a little
chunk?
square guy. It wasn't like it wasn't like the regular. It probably was maybe cut up. I guess
it was the sausage, bacon, and egg breakfast wrap, is what it was.
That's the one.
Yeah, and that also had a hash brown inside.
Which it was good as hell.
It was
Yeah,
good.
I love that. The other thing is that we got is the donuts.
We got little donuts.
Yeah, they have these little guys. They're just
Cute
tiny
as
little
fuck.
donuts.
I
They're
wish
like
I had a
donut
good Homer
size.
Simpson.
What'd you say?
I wish.
They're cute as fuck.
They were cute as
I
shit.
wish I had a good Homer Simpson impression. I so wish right now I had
Did
that.
somebody say donuts?
I know. I can't do it. I can't do
Happy
it.
Halloween, Bart. Be safe outside.
Happy Halloween, Homer. Have a free beer.
Oh wow, free beer on Halloween.
Hey, Bart, can I go with you too to trick or treat?
Wow, Millhouse is here.
Hey, hi, Millhouse. Hi, Homer.
Hey,
Let's all go to. Hey, it's Bonnie. I hope we all go to church together on Sunday.
Yes, that's right. Halloween is spooky, and we
We need to go worship the Christian God.
yes to level things out.
Homie, I'm wearing my Harley Quinn costume.
You look very attractive, Marge.
Oh, homie, stop doing your catchphrase.
And scene.
We're improvisers. You said you gave it up. Yeah, right.
I can't give it up. We got you get a sixer of these little sumbitches. The double glazed little donut, the Boston cream little donut, the sprinkle little donut, the cookies and cream little donut, and the maple caramel little donut. L-I-L donut, which is a lot of fun.
The maple cream, I usually don't like the maple cream type stuff. And
Yeah, maple caramel, and it was
maple caramel.
It had it inside. It was like a filled donut, which I was not expecting.
It's pretty fucking good.
Pretty good. I also like that Boston cream.
Boston cream was good.
Sprinkle was maybe my favorite. I love sprinkles, and it's it's like akin to a birthday flavor. The double glaze was fine. The cookies and cream tasted like nothing. That was the weirdest one.
Yeah,
Just
I
had
know.
no flavor to the
thought-
cookies and cream part.
When I moved out to LA, they called me Boston cream for a while. Didn't they?
They did. Sorry, I'm looking something up that was pertinent, but I can't find it now.
Hanford, we were in Boston Pizza the other day. No relation to Boston at all.
Ooh,
That's right.
But Funny the Way It Is by Dave Matthews Band was playing in the
very appropriate.
video.
We didn't talk about the Boston Pizza ads that were playing in the background because like they had music videos that were intercut with their Boston Pizza TV commercials.
Is that a Canadian? I've never heard of
Yes,
it.
it's a Canadian chain. It's
Okay.
very big in Canada. And they had one of them was like someone in like a gimp suit. Like,
Yes.
and they were like kind of
No,
like,
that was the music video.
that was the music video?
Yeah, it wasn't a Boston
It was
Pizza
a Nine Inch
ad.
Nails music video.
Okay. I was like, what the fuck is this ad?
You were at the Much Music headquarters.
The other one was a Boston Pizza ad, though, right? Where the one they were doing like the night at the Roxbury head shake.
No, that was a music video.
Wait, what?
They were playing music videos, you freak.
I thought that was a Boston Pizza ad.
Did we? Was it on the episode?
Ads in their own place.
Were we,
Come here, more.
Did you tell me that one was a Boston Pizza ad?
I mean, maybe you fool. I lied to you. Did we do it on the episode when you asked Joe what it was like to wear the mask, and I told you it was like when you have a ball gag in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. That's good.
I didn't know if we had done it or not. But
Yeah, we did.
But this brings up another point to get to. We were driving over here today, and then it's funny the way it is. Reminds me of this. You were saying I don't know Rush, Canadian band Rush.
Yes.
And you said,
Which maybe has been resolved by this point. We're plotting. We're recording a little out of suit goats. We're plotting a Doughboys double episode where I maybe we'll get up to speed on Rush's discography.
I do
That's
not
fun.
know YYZ. I probably have heard YYZ before at some point in my
Is
life.
that their main, like their big?
It's one of their
album?
instrumentals. Yeah.
But you
Oh, is that
said
an album?
No,
Oh,
it's a track.
Oh,
It's off of Moving Pictures.
See,
the
he
album.
doesn't know it that well either.
Mm.
And then in the car, I said, I know Rush. And you said, you didn't know Tom Sawyer.
One of the roasts was today's Tom Sawyer, and you're like, what's that?
Today's Tom Sawyer. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I don't get it.
if you just heard those words, yeah, I would not jump right to Rush.
In the
Yes.
context of a Canadian roast, though.
I don't know what the
I
fuck
could go for
you're
a
doing.
Canadian roast right now.
It's fine. Everything's fine. You know the
Today,
song.
Tom Sawyer, mean pride.
Yeah, you know the song.
Can I prove it any more than that?
No, I believe you.
I don't know why you have to prove it.
Because these people,
Oh.
these people out trick or treating and listening to us.
Oh, they'll jump on you for not knowing who Rush is.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, don't you think
rush it.
maybe it's time they got something better to do? Leave Mitch alone. He knows a lot about music.
Yeah, I do.
You do, but we all have our blind spots. I don't know that. I didn't know that much.
Like earlier when I confused Kenny Rogers for Michael McDonald.
I think that they kind of look similar.
I didn't know. I wouldn't know much of anything about Dave Matthews Band if it weren't for you. So, like, we all have our blind spots.
Well,
We have things
you're
don't know
saying,
a lot about.
like, with the fifth most known Rush song, would you know the fifth most known Dave Matthews song? I think Dave Matthews, maybe you would know the fifth.
I might, yeah, but it's also Dave Matthews. I think had more
Bigger-
commercial success than
Yeah,
Rush.
bigger
Yeah, what are Rush's
Worldwide.
big, like Tom Sawyer and
Tom Sawyer's
Limelight?
Spirit of Radio, I think, is the
Spirit
other
of
one.
Radio.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to get into this in a double. it
Limelight's a
sounds like.
song, right?
Limelight, yeah.
okay.
We might get into this in a double. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Roll the Bones.
Why
That's like an
does
old-
it happen? Because it happens. Roll the bone. Roll the bone. We'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it.
Geddy Lee has
Why
a big.
are we here? Because we're here.
Yeah,
roll the bones.
Geddy Lee has a
Roll the
big
bones.
baseball collection, signed baseball collection.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
What a
I
cool
just
thing to do with
happened
your
to see
life.
it on Instagram, and it was like, he's probably got a mansion somewhere, and he walks
Yeah.
in this like oak room with all these tons of balls over
That's so
all the
cool.
walls. Balls on the walls, he said.
Roll the Bones, appropriate for today's episode, Halloween episode.
Mm-hmm.
Roll, you right?
That's right.
Even
That's right, yeah.
rush to get that candy, kids. That's
There we go.
I remember when
very
that bird
Halloween.
was in McDonald's, the bird said, my favorite Rush song is Roll the Hollow Bones.
That's
Yeah,
right. I heard that
I didn't know
too.
what the
I
fuck he was talking
Yeah.
about. Because just like you, Mitch, I heard
Tom
that. I was
Sawyer.
like, well, I wouldn't jump. Hearing Roll the Hollow Bones, I would immediately think Rush.
Which does bring up the question: is there some sort of bird Rush band that exists?
Well,
or-
there. I looked it up. There's a bird Rush band.
Oh, there is a bird.
Yeah.
You know what their name is?
What?
Nest.
Instead of Neil Peart, it's Fly Peart is their drummer.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because he doesn't kneel, he flies. And then
Geddy B, Birds and the Bees.
yeah, it's Geddy B, yeah, like birds and bees, yeah. And Alex Lifeson is Alex
Birdson.
Birdson.
Alex.
Birdson.
You know what? The bird kingdom is crazy.
It's crazy
Could
over
you
there.
imagine being up there with all those freaks?
I
I'm
threw-
yelling at you.
I threw a fry to the bird, and then a lady came and scared him off.
Yeah, right. She was almost kicking him. I saw a blue jay the other day. I was in Massachusetts. I got up early. I was walking my brother's dog, and I saw this blue jay just going back and forth the street. And I think blue jays are known to be like very territorial
Oh, interesting.
and like kind of like mean to other, not mean, I guess. They have feelings, but like they like pick on other birds to get them away from their stuff. You can tell this one was really like running I was in a like a sort of town square, let's call it.
Yeah.
But you could tell he was kind of like running things in the area. And I took note. And
Was it Vlad Guerrero Jr.?
well, no, but at one point the bird was hitting me with a baseball bat.
Oh my God, dear Lord!
Terrifying.
All right, let's get on track.
You know what's crazy about, because I was talking to this bird a little bit, because the new Zelda game is out, right? And I was like, in our Zelda, I don't know if you know about this. There are the Rito people.
Was he like, wait, Canadian or American Zelda? You're like, no, bird human.
I meant human Zelda. I said in human Zelda. I said fair question, understandable question, but I'm talking about human Zelda. In human Zelda, in the Zelda universe, in the Zelda canon, there are the Rito, who are the bird-like, anthropomorphic human bird creatures. And I was like,
I'll take your word for it.
Do they have Rito in Bird Zelda? And he was like, well, no, because that's just normal to us.
Yeah, right.
So we actually have Ito. They're styled after Judge Ito from the O.J. Simpson tribe.
There's a tribe of Judge Itos.
There's a tribe of Judge Itos.
You know who would love that? Jay Leno. Well, let me try out this new Zelda game. Oh,
come on, Jay. That's crazy.
Dancing Itos.
Yeah, they racing games.
Get the Master Sword, Jay. Come on.
You know, I was talking to that bird, and I was like, "Oh, there's no drive-through here." He's like,
I remember. Yeah, I overheard this conversation.
Yeah. He's like, drive-through? You mean fly-through? And I said, no, drive-through.
Yeah. Well, we don't usually drive too much.
Yeah.
Some of us have cars, but we don't drive much. Oh.
Should we keep going here?
Yeah. Well, we'll keep going.
With the episode. Should we stop?
What do you think, Emma?
I don't know. You mean just the episode or the whole podcast?
Yeah.
So just like nuke the whole thing?
I think it's actually one of our best episodes.
I think it's going great.
When you guys are done with doing Doughboys, like when you stop doing this podcast altogether,
Never.
will you go and like just erase all the episodes from the net?
That's a
good
great
question.
call.
That would be cool if you
purge them
like,
all. They're just gone
once
forever.
you guys
I'm
are
gonna
done
delete
with it,
everything
it's
but
done.
post episode 400 that we deleted.
Wow, I like
So
that.
that's all that
Oh.
exists.
Really?
Oh, that also you probably have a copy of.
Wait.
You
You're the
got
only
it.
other
Remember
person.
you got it?
Yeah, but I didn't keep it. Like I just listened to it on I should have downloaded, but I just listened to it on whatever the.
Oh, so I am
thing
the
was.
only one.
Yeah, you're the only
You
one. Who has it.
fool. You had the power to keep it.
I know, but I didn't think it would be that. I didn't know the power I wielded at the time.
So anyways,
That's what that was. Susser was pissed because he thought he was the only one who heard it, and you were like, Mike had it.
Yeah, never got to.
He was like,
Anyway.
what? I thought I was the other one.
Birds have fly-throughs
Yeah.
instead of drive-throughs.
Yes.
Water under the bridge.
Yeah.
You know how they get to the airport?
How's that?
They fly.
Oh.
So we
Well, like
had
a drive-thru.
we had this breakfast on our own. A couple days later, we meet you at the McDonald's near our hotel.
Mhm.
I have in my notes a bird came into the restaurant. Did we talk about that at all?
Yeah, we
Oh,
covered.
yeah, I
we
think
touched on
we
that.
did
We touched on
cover
all that.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So we got the big arch. This is a Canadian
plucked
exclusive
every
sandwich.
feather on that topic. So they say. Keep going, Weiger.
So I got the big arch is 2 100% Canadian beef patties layered with 3 slices of white processed cheese and topped with crispy onions, slivered onions, pickles, lettuce, so onions 2 ways, and delicious arch sauce served on a toasted
Delicious arch sauce.
served on a toasted sesame and poppy seed bun. Yes,
That's
this
cool.
is the thing. The poppy seeds are added to the sesame seeds. You get 2 seeds on this thing. I was talking to that bird, and that bird was like, "Where's my bird seed?"
Yeah. 2 seeds. No wonder why the damn thing got him in the building.
Yeah.
Multiple seeds? You know, I got a bird feeder out back. This is true. I put a bird feeder out back at my house
Here in
Los Angeles.
yeah.
And
That's
then
cool.
Wally and Irma are watching them all day long. They
You know
love
what you
it.
should get? I got for my mom for her birthday. She loved it.
What's that?
A little. It looks like a picnic table that like sticks into the wall. Or into the
Oh,
wall,
yeah.
sticks into a tree, and squirrels go up and eat on it.
that's
cute.
fun.
That's adorable.
Sure,
I thought
Nice
the sandwich.
gift for your mom.
it's a good gift. It's a good mom gift.
Here's the thing. I would have rather just had this is one of those things I'd rather just had a Big Mac or a 2 patties, a double quarter pounder with cheese. I mean, like this is like a double quarter pounder with different sauce, with 2 types of onions, with different cheese. And I just feel like all these different components, all these changes, I'm just like, it stops tasting like the McDonald's I enjoy. You know what I mean? To some
I gotta
degree,
say-
yeah, I don't know.
Grant, one of the producers at Twisted Metal,
Uh-huh.
informed me of the big arch.
This isn't Hugh Grant, is it?
It is. It's Hugh Grant.
Is he still like in his Oompa Loompa costume?
I met Hugh Grant while I was up here.
Really?
That's cool.
I went to.
Is he on the show?
Went to TIFF's screening of Heretic.
Wow.
I went with Patty and Jono from the show.
Very cool.
And
Yeah, he wouldn't take us.
is that the bird?
Patty, it's Selma.
Oh.
I was really hoping my impression would just nail. So
I thought it was the bird.
yeah, no, I just need more. I needed more.
And I got into this screening because of the wonderful Mrs. Commissioner, Mrs.
That's
Sus-
right.
Mrs. Jamie. Jamie got me into this screening.
Yes.
And it was a great movie. I had a lot of fun watching it.
Also, I believe got you into Megalopolis. Is that correct?
That is also true.
Yeah.
She did get me into Megalopolis.
Wow.
She rules. She pulled a lot of strings. Thank you, Jamie.
Thank you, Jamie.
We love
Also for the amazing commissioner certificate we got earlier.
Yes,
for
and
the
also for
tournament.
putting up with
March
our
Madness.
bullshit when we take
Yeah.
away your husband for stupid.
Yeah,
I mean,
sorry.
he also tries to come down and eat a lot of our food. To be fair, but we do take him away from you.
Wait,
What
is
did he
Jamie
text
married
us?
to a bird?
He's married to Evan Susser.
Ah. Well, we were talking about something coming down and eating our food.
Susser texted
A
us.
big bird.
Susser texted
Sorry,
us earlier.
I didn't realize once Susser and his wife come up, we don't joke at all. I'm so sorry. The bird jokes we don't do when.
Not when we're talking about stuff.
Now we're talking about the Sussers. This guy runs a lot of this stuff.
Susser texted us earlier. What are you bringing me back from Canada?
Sounds like he wants some maple syrup.
He does. Yeah, I think you want some Hawkins cheesies. We'll figure it out.
Okay, we'll figure that
Yeah.
out. But I talked to Hugh Grant. I was trying to like talk to I was being annoying, and I was trying to like
You were networking.
talk to the director, and I was like,
What
"Here,
lenses did you use?
I asked him which lenses they used. I was like, I'm gonna talk to Hugh Grant. And so he has like a lot of monologues in the movie, and so I went to talk to Hugh Grant.
Oh,
and
I know what movie you're talking about. Yeah, that looks good.
and I tapped him on the shoulder, and I was like, hey, and then they were like, it's Hugh's birthday, and they were like, happy
And his best friend
birthday to you, and it was like you and me facing each other. I was singing happy birthday to Hugh Grant.
Wow.
I was like, happy birthday to you. He was looking at me the entire, like, it was fucking weird. And it was like the
so
worst
funny.
timing to do it. And they sang happy birthday to him. And then
He's looking right at you.
and then afterwards I was like, I finally got to talk to him. And the lovely the lead actress there, Sophie Thatcher.
Sophie Thatcher, yes.
She's great. And she was a big fan of Love.
Nice.
And
Who isn't in these troubled times?
that's a great point. And so I talked to her for a while, and then I finally got to talk to Hugh Grant. And I said to him, I asked him the dumbest question. I said, how do you memorize all those lines? That's what I said to him.
Really?
Yeah, because he monologues like the whole.
Yeah.
He monologues the whole movie.
Yeah.
He's like just has a ton of monologues, and he said, it was like learning a dance. That's what he said to me.
Wow.
How do you memorize lines? Because when you audition and stuff, do you have like a
How do you
way to
memorize?
do it?
You get a lot of lines you got to do for this season of Twisted Metal. Line,
Yeah.
though. How do you
That's
get those
Is
in
it
your brain?
just like read it all? Or
I read them all. I'll tell you, I forget them a lot. You get yelled at on
somebody
set.
told me, I was asking an actor, like a stage actor, how they memorize lines, and she was like, you connect them to like movements.
Oh, that's
I was like,
interesting.
oh, okay,
yeah. Sometimes if you do something that
Yeah.
helps, I feel like. Do you not have the rehearsal app? I just
Is it the one where it scrolls?
yeah, and then
I
you
have
just do
something
the
like
other lines, and then so if you're I think once you hear the other lines, it helps you remember it so much more.
Mm.
That's what I do a lot.
Yeah.
We'll network
I
after.
always feel like I'm missing a trick.
When it act in sketches, that's the hardest. I was like, I can never fucking remember all this shit. How do I keep keeping
I
a whole
know.
sketch in my head was such a challenge. And then you watch someone do a play. It's like you're
Yeah.
doing a whole play. How do you remember all that shit?
But
You're right. You know what? Acting is maybe one of the hardest things to do.
But then when you're doing a play, like you do it every single day.
Yeah.
That's got to be also a challenge to like,
Right.
Do you remember
not just be like do them as if they're nothing.
Remember
I guess
when-
that's where the craft comes in.
I guess so. Yeah.
Remember when we did Hot Doggin'? Hot Doggin' was the
I remember Hot
birthday
Doggin'.
big first show.
Yeah.
Great show.
And we did that so
Saw
many
that
times.
show a
I think
number
I
of
could
times.
still do that show now. And
I know.
all the lines.
If I got like the lines leading up to stuff, I might be able to do them.
Yeah.
I don't. Maybe not.
What's
though.
going on out here? What are you boys doing? That's the first line I
Get
have in the
out
show.
of here, Mitch! See, that's I didn't know the lines. I would just yell, we're doing something.
That's the old lady who was the pie.
He's in the sketch. What? When?
Anyway, I met Hugh Grant. What?
Oh, cool.
Oh, Grant. Grant, one of the producers for Twisted Metal, great band.
Yeah.
Insane that his name is Hugh and it's Happy Birthday to You. That's crazy.
A happy birthday to Hugh. It kind of works great.
Yeah.
If you forget a guy named Hugh's name and it's his birthday, you can just sing "Happy Birthday, dear you," and you can get away with it.
Yeah.
You get away with it. Yeah. I mean, you're not going to know that.
You're not going to know that you got away with it
but
until
you are.
maybe later.
Yeah.
And someone's like, "That was Hugh Grant." I was like, "Oh shit."
Do you know my name, or was it just that you sounds like Hugh?
I know your name, but I don't know your age.
Grant was like, "Hey, there's this big arch." He was telling me about this big arch.
Yeah.
And
You're like, "Yeah, in St. Louis, I fucking know about it. It's common knowledge in the United States."
which their mascot is a bird, Cardinals.
That's true. Yeah.
The Red Bird.
The red bird.
Yeah.
The
The bird in the restaurant told us said that was his favorite baseball team.
Oh, the one at McDonald's
Yeah, the
today.
McDonald's,
Not the
yeah.
Blue Jays.
He doesn't like. He's like I don't like the Blue Jays, like the Cardinals.
Huh.
Damn.
Yeah.
Maybe the territorial thing or something. So Grant said the big arch.
Yeah.
He said you got to try the big arch, and I was like, I'll wait for you to try it. I got drunk and I tried it that night.
Yeah.
I didn't wait for him. I felt bad. Sorry, Grant. And you know what else, Wags?
Yeah.
It was the thunder and lightning night.
That same night. Wow.
Creepy.
Mhm. And so I ate it and I kind of loved it the first time I had
ate
it.
it.
Look, guilty as charged. I don't think it's as good as a Big Mac. I like a Big Mac more. It's a little too beefy.
Le Big Mac.
Le Big Mac.
Mhm.
We talked about this. We got a really non-beefy Big Mac today, but we talked about the burgers at Harvey's and how they just kind of have like an Angus thicker taste
Yeah.
that I didn't.
Like you
love.
can taste the burger.
Did you ever go to the sex workers, Harvey? I'm going to say this is not an appropriate term anymore. I don't believe, but they called it the hooker Harveys.
Yeah.
Did you know about this?
I don't think I've been to a Harvey. I think I need
Mars
to
is
see a
not a
Harvey's.
yes. She knows what we're talking about.
We brought it up on a
look up
previous
the
episode.
Harvey's
We talked about
logo
it on a
because I
previous
can't really picture it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you Google Hooker Harvey's, the address will come up on Google. It's like even Google knows it as.
Okay, all right.
I'm
Should
just
we
looking
go
up the Harvey's. 'cause
I just
wanna
don't
see
know if
what
we're gonna
they-
have time.
Let's go tonight.
Okay.
Sounds like we should try.
I mean, we got McDonald's already. I just like.
All right, well,
okay,
fuck it.
we
We won't-
already got a Harvey's.
Well, maybe we'll do something nice for dinner tonight. There's a lot better food that we haven't eaten in the city.
Yeah, I just want like a fucking salad or something.
All right.
We'll figure it out.
We'll
We
get
don't
you a
need- we don't plan
salad and
this
we'll
right
get
now.
you out of here. It's not like it's.
I've eaten more food in the last 24 hours than I normally do in like a week.
We went to Lee Restaurant
We had
last
a
night. We're
lovely dinner.
stuffed.
We had a lovely dinner last night at Lee Restaurant. I think that kind of works for me as like the big dinner of the trip.
You're
Like, I don't
getting
know if
out
I need to
before
have
you're
another-
celebrating my birthday. We're not going to celebrate my birthday
Jesus
together.
Christ! I knew this was going to be a fucking thing.
Oh, what a complaint that he doesn't want his friend to celebrate his birthday. You know who is going to? This friend right here.
The man.
And he's excited about it.
We're gonna see him. We're gonna see Joker.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
that's
why
fine.
not?
Whatever you want to see, but I thought that would be.
No, but that's nice. Just enjoy your salad alone. This is a good birthday celebration for me, you piece of shit.
We can go have a nice. I thought we had a nice dinner last night. We can go have a nice dinner. If you
Let's
want.
go have a cone. Why don't we have a cone?
I'd love to have a
tonight?
cone. I love getting some ice cream. We got some. We went out and got some ice cream a couple nights ago. It was a lot of fun.
Hey.
Have you gone to Eva's yet?
No, I haven't.
That's on my list. I want to go. I haven't gone yet.
It's so good.
Let's
Ice
go.
cream?
Is this a creamery?
It is a creamery, but it's what are the cones called?
I
The
forget what they're called, but they're like
chimney cones.
yeah, they're like a pastry kind of cone that they wrap around something and bake, and then they fill it with ice cream. So it's not.
Ooh. That sounds
it's
fun.
kind of it looks
It was
delicious.
it was the
like a
best
Shark
thing I
Tank
ate at
thing.
the X. I ate at the X and it was fantastic.
We went to Summers and we had ice cream.
Anyway, all right, get back in.
Big Arch. I think our verticals may be kind of split. What did you feel the second time eating it?
I like it. I think I like the Big Mac more. The Big Mac
Yeah.
is just perfect.
Yeah.
And this is like a fun, it still has a good McDonald's taste. It doesn't taste like, the burger doesn't taste that different.
No, the burger I taste McDonald's. It's true. It's just like enough components have been changed where it starts to feel like something else entirely to me. But I like the Big Arch sauce. I don't know. I think it's all right. I think the thing that absolutely did not work, which I wanted to try because I saw this on the menu available, and I was just like, I'm amazed that this is available in Canada by default. Is the Big Mac no meat?
I've never heard of a no meat thing ever.
Yeah,
like
they
it's
have-
always the no bread substitute.
No, you get a Big Mac no meat, and it is 3 buns, sauce, cheese, and lettuce.
I was mad at you when you ordered it, and then I was mad when I ate it.
Yeah. It was truly bad. It was really awful.
It was bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I
didn't try it.
You need the beef in there, turns out.
But you said it was better than eating plain hot dog buns.
It was better than
For a
when we
month.
did, we did a Dog Dough Bark Fest, a month-long liberation of hot dogs and pet dogs a few years back, and I was not eating any meat, and I had just buns all month. It was a better experience than that.
I can't remember his sketch lines, but
I
I can
know.
pull that out.
You can't remember an episode we did a month ago, 2 months ago. I'll say this.
Yeah.
You can't necessarily say that it's bad because it is like all the components of Big Mac, but it's just like the lettuce is so on display. It's like eating a lettuce sandwich.
It stops being a menu item. It's just
almost
like its own thing.
feels like the beef is more just like more of a texture or consistency thing. Like it would feel weird to bite into something that's just dunk, dunk, dunk.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I don't know.
Hanford,
do some
Handman,
guesswork.
you got the Sweet Chili Junior Chicken.
Yep.
Your taste buds will be singing a whole new tune with a remixed Sweet Chili Junior Chicken made with Canadian-raised crispy seasoned chicken topped with crunchy shredded lettuce, tangy sweet chili sauce, and mayo-style sauce, all on toasty bun.
Did your taste buds sing a different song?
They came in singing the the American national anthem, and I was singing the Canadian on the way out. Anyway,
Wow.
we can edit that out, I'm sure. I'm sure we have the technology.
No, can't do
No,
it.
It's got to
okay.
stay in, baby.
All right, that's fine. That's fine. I just stumbled because I couldn't think of what the American national anthem was called.
The Star Spangled Banner.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah, we love it. I got the chicken sandwich. The habanero sauce was the kicker there.
Yes.
Do
was good.
we know what was?
Do we know who wrote "O Canada"? Because Francis Scott Key wrote the lyrics to, Star Spangled Banner. I don't know who's the author of the "O Canada" lyrics.
That's a
I'm sure
great
you can look it up.
question.
Francis Scott Key. That may have been. Have to think for just a second.
Yeah. Because if it's Francis Scott Key
I'm looking it up.
Yeah,
in
you gotta
America,
think about that.
yeah.
It's probably
Probably Francois
Scott Bird.
Fob.
I just looked it up. You want to know who it is?
Yeah, who?
You guys are gonna kick yourself when I tell you who it is.
Yeah.
You don't want to take a guess?
Alanis.
No. Damn. She's way too young. You got one? You're gonna be shocked. Are you ready?
I'll guess.
Is it someone we would know? Like we've heard this name
You would
before?
know who it is.
We would know who it is.
100%. You give
No,
up?
tell me who it is. Who is it?
Dudley Do-Right.
That's crazy.
I would argue that the animators actually wrote the song then.
What are you talking about? He's based on a real
What
guy.
am I talking? Oh, nothing big. Just that Dudley Do-Right is a fucking tune. I would love it. Now, look, I've said it before, and this is probably a platform I'll run on when I try to take over Quincy. We need to get these tunes off the screens and into the streets. I want to see these little guys. I want to see the Smurfs.
You want some sort of Roger Rabbit society.
Yes,
I can get behind
because
that.
and that movie set us back so many years.
I know.
Because it doesn't have to go down that way.
Yeah.
Oh, Canada
This guy's gonna. This
originally.
guy's a big dip guy. Go ahead.
I love the dip.
Yeah, dipshit.
Oh, Canada was originally written in French. It's a French language song that was adapted into English. Sir Adolphe Basil Rothier wrote the French version, and then it was the most famous English language version is by Robert Stanley Ware. So there you go.
I don't know if the listeners will like this episode, but I'm having a blast.
I'm having fun.
They'll learn a few things about birds at least.
Did you like that sandwich?
Yeah, that I liked.
I had a bite of it. It tasted pretty damn good.
It was pretty much what they do in the U.S., but that sauce was the best.
Yeah, a nice
was a
little
nice
tangy
add.
kick there.
The best is the wrong word, but it was nice.
You also got a cheeseburger and fries.
Yep.
How did those compare to their U.S. counterparts?
Fries exactly the same, and cheeseburger, yeah, pretty much the same.
Emma, you got yourself a double cheeseburger.
Yeah.
How'd you like that sumbitch?
It was delicious.
And Mars, remind me what we brought over to you. Was it the BLT?
It was their belt, their bacon, egg, lettuce, tomato. What I love that they have in the McDonald's Canada menu is they could do things on bagels, on like a sesame bagel, everything bagel. I think they were out when you guys. So I just got on the McMuffin, which isn't as good. But
Was yours a breakfast
breakfast
sandwich? Yeah,
item.
okay.
Yeah.
How was that bad boy?
They were doing breakfast and lunch when we were there.
Well, mine's a few hours old at this point. But usually when it's fresh on a bagel, it is quite nice. However, it can be really hit or miss. Sometimes if the bagel is like freshly toasted, it's great. Sometimes they toast it too hard and it can be a solid rock. So it's really on both ends of the spectrum.
The lettuce too. The lettuce is always a question mark. You can never tell.
I think I like the lettuce. It adds some freshness to all the yellow and brown too. Do you
have a favorite bagel?
Everything bagel.
Do you have a favorite? Yeah. Is there like a good bagel scene in Toronto? Is that more of a Montreal thing?
I love a Montreal style bagel. I've actually been on a quest to find the best everything Montreal style bagel, and my current favorite is at Bagel Time.
Bagel Time.
In Toronto?
Yeah, in Toronto, super light bagel. They're kind of sweeter. I could eat like 3 of them and I still won't be full. I think every time I have a bagel sandwich there, I always think, damn, that was a really good bagel.
Wow.
Is it a big, like eating 3 bagels to me seems like a bagel is too big to eat.
I just wrote down
they're quite small and they got a big hole to them. So you can snack on many.
Oh, there you go.
Burger Time, a video game, right?
Yeah.
It was a video time.
Bagel
Yeah, Peter
time.
Pepper, the chef, was trying to build giant burgers.
Oh, it was Peter Pepper.
By stepping on the stuff to make them fall.
Not particularly sanitary.
Which,
you know what? He must have been littleized because those burgers were way bigger than him.
Yeah.
That's probably what happened. He went a little Canada, got littleized, and he was like, well, I got to monetize this thing somehow. I'll make some burgers.
Because that was in game. That was like an arcade game in like the 80s.
It was an arcade game in the 80s.
So that was before you could big eyes stuff.
You
so
couldn't,
they wouldn't have big eyes burgers.
There was no way to big eyes.
You think he was just in there? You think he was just in the machine?
He was just in the machine.
You hit it, he'd be like...
Well, that's the thing. They're all in the machine, and then at night when the arcades close, they go to Game Central Station and they hang out.
Oh, right. I
they like talk. Like Zangief, gets to chat with Sonic and so forth. Okay, so hold
on a second. I gotta say, bagel belts are a thing here in Canada. I haven't had a bagel belt. I know you can get one at Tim Hortons, but bagel belts.
Bagel belt.
Didn't you try wearing one through Queen's Park and the squirrels attacked you?
Yeah, I got tired of fighting birds.
Have you seen the squirrels are all black?
Yeah, that's such
cool,
a cool.
right?
Yeah, it's cool.
I've heard the black squirrels will attack you. Isn't that a thing?
Was that true?
I have personally never been attacked or seen anyone get attacked, but if you are like on a campus where people are known to feed the squirrels, sometimes they get a little overconfident. They'll maybe like jump out of you.
Yeah.
I mean, I do remember being able to, especially in Queen's Park. That's Queen's Park right near. Yeah, I'd have to cross that to get to most of my classes. The squirrels would come right up to you.
Wow.
I saw some foxes on the University of Toronto campus.
Oh yeah.
Little red foxes. It was very
That's
cute.
cool.
We talked about it in another
We talked
episode.
about it. Yeah,
We'll post the video.
Yeah.
I gotta check out Bagel Time. Always Bagel Time for me. I'm a big bagel fan.
All right. So the other
Just
Canadian
put 'em in
exclusive thing we had was the poutine. Rich and tasty gravy, melty, mouth-watering cheese curds on our world-famous fries. You better believe it. So here's the issue with the poutine, Mitch, and you articulated this well. It just wrecks the key element of the McDonald's fries, which is the crispy texture.
And Emma didn't hear us making that point. She made the same point just a minute later.
Yeah.
Oops.
No.
Me not listening at lunch? What?
I'm saying I made this point, and then you tried them, and you made the point too. I mean,
it was gross.
They just get kind of mushy. But this is the thing. I've had poutine, I think 4 times, maybe 5 times while I've been up here. This was my least favorite execution of poutine. I think the curds were not melted enough. I thought they were just kind of like inert. I thought the gravy was just like lacking in flavor versus some other ones I've had. And I've just give me the if you're not better than the default, why fucking bother? And I'd rather just have the McDonald's fries as they come.
It's the way McDonald's does. Remember when they would do like pizza? I never had it, but it's like I could imagine what that is. Same way with the poutine. It's like I can picture what this is going to be when it comes out. Just a mess of like subtracting the qualities of everything else.
One other issue. It's not called McPoutine. Come on, write McPoutine on the packaging. What are we doing here?
Yeah. Well, I get it.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
Big Mac.
And the frustration on top of that is that there is a fry varietal we were more excited to try, which is the McShakers. They have a ramen McShaker fries, tzatziki McShaker fries, churros McShaker fries, and masala McShaker fries. This is like a spice package that comes, and then you put it into the bag and you shake it up. There's some other fast food chains. Tommy's used to have something like this.
And Tommy's is a good burger. That's
I do like that Tommy's burger. But they did not have this in stock at this McDonald's, and we could not figure out how to order it online. And again, the McDonald's Canada app is locked out for Americans, so we couldn't find another location with it. But we did get the Smarties McFlurry and the Reese's Chippets in Fudge McFlurry. These are 2 Canadian exclusive McFlurry varietals. We don't have Smarties as Canadians know them in the States. That is a tablet candy, a sour candy in the U.S. It is the chocolatey M&M analog in Canada. And I thought the Smarties McFlurry was delightful. I liked it a lot. You didn't like it as much as an M&M McFlurry, and I think this is where we disagreed.
At first,
it
was so we talked about this. The texture of the Smarties, they're very crunchy.
Yes, the chunks like splinter into almost shrapnel.
Yes, and so up top, I mean, I know this too happens with the M&Ms that they get hard in the McFlurry, but the shell is so crunchy up top. I still think I do like the M&M McFlurry. I wonder what you'll say, Emma, more so. But as I ate it more, it wasn't mixed, and when I was going down lower and I was getting just a little bit of the Smarties, it was better. There was just too much up top.
The snacks, here's what I would say. There's a snack size and there's a regular. I was like, well, we're sharing this. We got to get the regular.
So wrong.
I was wrong. We got the regular of the Smarties McFlurry, and we got the snack size of the Reese's Chip-Its and Fudge McFlurry because I wasn't going to have that one because I had peanut butter chips. The snack size was more than enough. And
it's big. It's pretty big.
It's big, but it also comes in packaging where it's like kind of folded paper.
Yeah,
it's like a kind of a different sort of. I assume less wasteful versus the plastic cup that we get in the U.S. with the big plastic straw. And I actually really liked it. I thought it was fun to eat out of.
It was cool. It almost looked like a Chinese food to go carton.
Yes,
like
yeah.
Open in the top like that.
Yeah, with the cold sweet cream inside.
Yeah.
I thought that McFlurry was delightful. I really enjoyed it.
Have you ever noticed the ban on plastics in Canada? Where in all these restaurants, we get wooden spoons and forks and the paper straws.
There still seem to be
you can't get plastic. I think it's good.
There still seem to be a lot of like plastic water bottles and plastic soda bottles. I'm kind of surprised those are so pervasive, but I guess it's like one step at a time, and we don't have any restrictions like that in the States.
Put them in bags.
Good.
You put the milk in bags. Put everything else in bags. I guess that's still plastic.
I like cans. Give me fucking cans.
Give me
glasses first.
Give us back to glass.
Glass is great.
Glass.
Glass is great, but if you don't have glass because people are going to break glass, fine. Give me a fucking can.
You can't go wrong with glass.
You can't go wrong with glass.
Including the movie. Great movie.
Yeah, that's true.
Saw it with Busta Rhymes.
You see Shattered Glass?
No,
that's
a
great movie.
You saw it with him in the theater?
He was in the theater. I told you this. He was sitting like this. I stepped in between his legs and I said, "Thank you for everything you've done," and he shook his hand. And I left. And he also snored during the movie.
And then a guy whispered, "It's Busta's birthday." You had to sing to him.
I still like the McFlurries. I liked the Big Arch. Shout out to Archie Acton, Chankton's dad.
What's up, Chankton's dad?
Big Arch. I liked the Big Arch. It was honestly the real loser of today's lunch. Actually, the real loser of everything I've had.
Yeah,
was that poutine.
The poutine was a bummer.
Yeah,
poutine was a bummer, but everything else was great.
It just doesn't work at McDonald's, and I guess it's. Mars, have you had McDonald's poutine? Is it a thing? People don't get it.
I would refuse. It truly seems like it's just meant for tourists who want to just try some poutine and they go to McDonald's and they'll.
But it's crazy because it is like it's like the value menu. You can get it with fries or with poutine. It just seems like it's.
Yeah, when you get a combo, you can upgrade to poutine, but it probably costs them very little to do it.
I mean, it's just McDonald's fries are. We've said this before. I mean, it won the tournament. McDonald's fries were the best items in the McDonald's tournament.
Yes, that's right.
Crispy, hot, salted, fresh McDonald's fries.
Of everything from McDonald's, that one.
Yeah,
we did with the Taco Bell thing.
Yeah, it was. We did the same thing with McDonald's.
Every menu item at McDonald's and the fries won. And I think for good reason. When they're hot and fresh and good, they're the best.
Yeah, they're one of the reasons to go to McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
And this, it just takes away a lot of it. I couldn't even tell if they were salted. You know what I mean? It just is.
Well, and I also had A&W poutine over the course of this trip, along with Harvey's poutine, Swiss Chalet poutine. But the A&W poutine in particular was like really good. And for fast food poutine, it was delightful. And it's just like night and day better than McDonald's.
Wait, what was delightful?
The A&W poutine.
The Harvey's poutine was better than McDonald's poutine.
Yeah, definitely. They were all better. This was the worst poutine I had up here.
Yeah,
for sure.
You said that, yeah.
Hey, buddy, the Doughboys year-end finale will be live and live-streamed, Saturday, December 14th at 7:30 p.m. Pacific at Dynasty Typewriter in LA. You will be able to watch a live stream as well. Join me and Mitch and special guests for a holiday wrap-up of 2024. Wow. Live stream tickets available at birdfuck.com. All right, we should get to our final thoughts. Handman, you've done the podcast. You know how this works. We'll each go around. We'll give it from 0 to 5 forks, this particular chain. We're talking McDonald's Canada only. Your thoughts on McDonald's Canada, your fork score.
I mean, this is one of the McDonald's is one of the tops. I didn't have anything that was. I mean, I had some of your guys' stuff, but my order, I'm gonna have 5 forks.
Wow,
it's McDonald's. You know what I mean? It's like and nothing did. Everything I had didn't taste different than the U.S. The only added value was like the that habanero sauce, which I said I liked.
I'm gonna go, and Mitch, I'll have you back clean up because you've had a little bit more time with McDonald's Canada. I think you might have some more thoughts. I'm gonna say this. I thought that some of the Canadian exclusive items were not as exciting. Some of them really worked for me. The overall experience of eating at McDonald's Canada, I feel like, is just a little bit more hospitable, a little bit more
much cleaner restaurant.
Sanitary than
you go into the bathroom. You went to the bathroom. The bathroom. Well,
really, my bad. I think we were in different bathrooms. Mine was decent.
Well, you didn't do the night experience when the lights go out.
I'm assuming your listeners probably won't have that experience either.
I went to 2 different McDonald's, and I only used the bathroom at one McDonald's, not the one we went to today. But that McDonald's bathroom was occupied for a while. I was ready for it to be a disaster zone, and it was fine inside. It was pretty clean.
They couldn't leave because it was so nice.
Yeah. And then there's just like a nice tableau. There's like flowers outside. You know, it just feels like a nicer part of the landscape.
It seemed like all the kiosks worked. Like
the kiosks were all functional.
I always have a problem on those things. Either like I don't get a number or they just don't work or
no, that was all very functional. I thought the food quality was great. And
didn't you say when the guy finally came out it was Grimace?
It was Grimace. Yeah, he was in there for a while.
Yeah.
But he was all white, like all the just
he was thin he was thin and white. And the toilet bowl was fucking pitch dark purple. Oh, sorry, man.
Oh, don't tell my boss.
Ronald?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it is McDonald's, and I'm going to go for 5. McDonald's Canada, I'm going to go with 5 forks.
Yeah.
Hey, didn't you say the birdie?
Birdie?
Remember the bird came in and...
Oh, yeah, he was like, I'm Ronald, and we were like, you're not Birdie?
All right, Mitch, I give it 5 forks. What do you think?
So, okay. We're judging this based off of
McDonald's Canada, after the Canadian side of the menu.
The items.
Yeah.
The Canadian items from the menu.
Yeah.
It's a tough one.
When we went over there, I just want to quickly go over what I had. I had an orange juice. I had a double as well. I had those 2 breakfast wraps.
Yeah.
I had the chocolate brownie muffin, and we did those little donuts.
Yes.
Today, I got a Coke. I want to try the McDonald's Coke. I will say... The American Coke is better than the McDonald's Coke.
I threw the rest of my Coke away. It wasn't spicy like I wanted it to be.
Do they not have the same cartridges that we have in the States?
That's interesting. Oh. They might not have the special cylinders. I had a Coke Zero, which I wish they had at American McDonald's. They generally don't. My Coke Zero was a nice pour.
I've had a regular Coke there like 3 times.
I've got a cool Coke thing to tell you when Mitch is done.
Well, let's tell it right now.
Okay, you know those Coke, those freestyle machines?
Yeah.
You know how Coke every once in a while, like this summer, they had a flavor that was like, it wasn't even like a fruit flavor. It was just it was like called Dazzle or something stupid.
Yeah.
Those freestyle machines are used, like they track the info on what people are getting. So they're basing these new flavors off of like the testing of like what.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like that's all connected to
So there's some people that are getting like grape, raspberry, orange. And that's a popular combo. And they're like, all right, well,
they'll like play with it and
this,
tweak it better or something like that. So
what is going on?
It's not a fun thing. It's just like Coke used to be so fun.
Yeah.
And now they're just taking your ideas.
You're blowing this wide open. How did you get this info?
What was that noise? What was that noise? What was the chimes?
Hold on a second. How are you getting?
I heard it on a podcast.
You heard it on a podcast?
Uh-huh.
That chime, which even comes on when I'm on set, is Wags. Here, you want?
I was out the bullshit detector. I made that shit up.
It's my bullshit detector.
That's real. That I heard that on a podcast.
I love it.
Wags, what that is that when I was up here, my place almost got broken into, as you know.
It's your ring chime.
Jesus.
So I have a camera set up. So if there's anyone in my backyard, my little backyard stoop, it knows because the place just a couple down from me, which is connected to my place, got broken into. They kicked the window in and robbed it. And I was on set. My phone died, and I was like, "Hey, my phone died." I said this to Samoa Joe, and I went home and I plugged my phone in, and I got a text from my neighbor that was like, "Dude, there's a guy robbing our places. Your light's on in your house," and I was freaked out. Saul, my neighbor Saul. And if they do that, Wally and Irma will get out, and I'll kill them or myself. So I have now installed the thing that no matter what, if there's any movement in my backyard, I will get a chime no matter what. The sound will go off.
What was that one?
So is that okay with you, Wags?
So who's in your backyard?
Was that a delivery or like
well,
squirrel?
Guess who was in my backyard? Word must have gone around because there was a bird in my backyard.
Wow.
He's right in the
It was right into the fucking
at that.
camera.
Wow.
Can you send me that?
Of course, I'll send it to you.
YouTube video.
A freaking
There's a bunch of
bird.
birds around there.
He is close to the lens.
You know what, Mitch? Get yourself a blue jay. They wouldn't be high stepping like that.
This guy is looking right into my freaking place, into the camera.
Well, you can use this for sort of as an acting lessons because he's looking right at the lens, and you see how bad that is. So you don't do that yourself. You'll be all right.
I do oftentimes looking at what's going on in there. And I also now know that it's like a dance. Learning your lines is like a dance.
Sure.
I like that.
I'm now I'm videotaping this. This
okay, cool. What's your fork score?
Oh, it seems like he wants me to get to my fork score. Once this video is recorded, I will pick it back up. I have to do it. If you want me to have the video of the bird, I got to do it. Okay, here we go. Even though I probably shouldn't dox myself by releasing this video.
I will say that, like, for this dumb podcast, if your chime goes off, it's fine, whatever. When you're on set, you probably should mute your phone. I think that's probably good practice, and I think that's probably a degree of paranoia if you're not letting yourself.
It never goes off, and it rarely ever goes off.
But has it gone off like during a take or something?
Not yet. I keep it in my chair.
Okay. But if it went off during a take, would the set pick it up? Would it sound you able to hear it?
Yeah, maybe.
So it could be a stunt going on. It's in your chair and it goes off, and everything just like, it's ruined.
It hasn't happened. It's not going to happen.
Why don't you just mute your phone?
My phone is muted. That's the only.
Why don't you change the settings so that it doesn't like?
You're not understanding what I'm saying. The only time my phone ever will make a noise is if there is movement in my backyard.
I understand what you're saying,
and that is for me.
But I'm saying to not keep that unmonitored for any stretch of time, for you to not be willing to have that be silent for any stretch of time. To me, that seems like you're maybe being a little paranoid. So I would just say, like,
Mike, the place next to me just got robbed.
I know, I understand.
It just got robbed just recently. I understand. While I wasn't there. And if it happened, the cats would have gotten out. Yeah. So that's all it is.
Okay.
I don't think that's that crazy. It hasn't been an issue on set at all, and it never will be.
If I may lighten the mood for a moment, who let the cats out? You know what I mean?
Not you.
You know what I mean? When you think about it, it's like, who let the cats out? You know what I mean?
No one. No one's letting the cats out. That's the whole point of it. And it is fine. And I don't take my phone with me to set. Why? Because there's a thing called the green room. That's where I keep my phone, in the green room at all times. Anyway, to get back to my McDonald's.
So you can't even hear it. So why not just mute it?
Because I keep it on for when I'm in. Because one, it never happens again. The fact that I picked up a bird is weird. It never, ever happens. So this chime is never going off.
Okay.
It's weird that it went off now. But if someone's in my backyard, I'll get that alert even while I'm sleeping, and I'll know that someone's in my backyard.
Right.
So the other thing is, and you have to keep it on to have it on.
Okay.
The other thing is that I don't take my phone to set. And if it does go off, I can go back and there's an emergency alert on your phone that lets you know.
So you see that that you got an alert while you were away from your phone.
Yes, exactly. Okay. Anyways, to get back to my score. No, what? You're right. I'll just let someone break into the house and let the cats out. I'm not saying let someone
break into your house. I'm just saying.
Will you just go back to fucking California?
I'm on my way. I'm going tomorrow. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here.
Okay, I just checked us into our flight. So
fuck yes. Check to see if there's earlier flights. Get the fuck out of here. We don't like it. I love this city. You're just a visitor here. I live here. I've lived here for almost 3 months.
Yeah, I
love this city.
He works here.
I've
been having a great time in this city. I like to say, you earlier, you were like, is this a top 5 city? You kind of said it kind of almost cynically to me. I was like, is it even a top 5 city for you? I think it is a top 5 city for me.
I think of Toronto as like a nicer, like a less harsh Chicago.
Yeah,
Like Chicago, that's its charm a little bit of his the food and like the I'm not Cowboys. What's their fucking football team?
The Bears.
The
Bears, exactly. The Cowboys. The fuck am I talking about? But it just feels a little like more rah and like fun and like drinking town.
Yeah.
This feels like a low, just like a calmer.
I like
Chicago. In terms of size and like functionality and stuff.
I like Chicago a lot. I've obviously spent a lot more time in Chicago. I think Chicago would be, with one of my top 5 cities as well. I don't know how to rank them exactly, but I'm loving my time in Toronto.
Yeah,
It's a lovely
Chicago,
town.
Toronto.
By the way, just to
good
get back to my alerts.
Yeah.
The alert only goes off for a person. It doesn't even go off for movement.
Seems like it comes out for birds too.
And that's it. When the phone thought the bird was the camera thought the bird was a human
Because it was so big in the frame.
It was, and it looked into the camera.
Wow.
Give me all your stuff.
So
if I could just go back to Chicago for a second.
Please.
I've been to Chicago 3 times this year.
Wow.
And I'm going back for the Sloppy Boys are playing. Listen to this. The Sloppy Boys are playing a New Year's Eve show in Chicago.
How fun is that?
That's going to be like 3 sets. We're going to bring the ball down and everything.
Chicago, New Year's Eve. Be there with a sloppy.
Come
boys.
on. I mean, Chicago, I love the Chicago fans and stuff.
Yeah,
they're always so fun.
True psychos.
But it's also a city, if you look at the architecture, it's like a lot of big, robust, like big brick buildings.
beans.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like the whole city is like just like solid.
Like Toronto too,
Beans.
it's some great walkable areas, some great public transit. I love taking the L there, but that's the big thing. The elevated train there. I love taking the train, the metro in Toronto as well. And to me, that's just a big part of like what I like about city is just being able to walk around it. And
I
being
like
able to get around
Toronto.
without
I gave it
car.
a hard time in the first
Yeah.
episode. I like Toronto quite a bit.
Yeah, it's nice.
I was with the Wolfman and the Monster Squad, and we took a picture in front of the bean, and he got really sick. It's
Well,
a
the
big
Chicago beat. I wasn't
Yeah.
putting together.
Right.
Well, here I am
It's
telling
a silver
the
bean.
Bears
It's a
the
big silver
Cowboys.
bean,
So I don't
yeah.
know where I am.
the big silver bean.
I know it is Millennium Park, but whatever.
You should have saved all that stuff for your plug section. We have a part of this podcast where you plug stuff.
I got a ton of stuff.
We'll edit it in there. Back to my score.
Yes.
Now that Wags has grilled me on the thing about protecting my cats, here's back to my score of McDonald's. There's some stuff we didn't try. The McShakers, which is the
Yeah,
stuff
which we got the
which we talked about, the McShakers. The firecracker chickens, which were out.
Ooh.
They were on
Yeah,
the
they didn't have
kiosk,
them.
but they were out. We couldn't get them. There's some sort of orange, like an orange drink. That's like kind of like it seems like an orange sherbety drink. We
I don't know
couldn't
what
get
that was.
Ooh, like an
Because we
orange
could not
Julius,
find it on
maybe?
the menu. I don't know who described that
Maybe
to you.
Maybe it's gone. Maybe
Yeah.
it's gone. But there were a few things that we could not try, unfortunately. But McDonald's-
Unfortunately, yeah.
But McDonald's is McDonald's.
Yeah.
And when there's a bird in there, you're having even more fun. And you know what? It's a bird-centric day. And you know what? I don't think McDonald's is for the birds. I think it's for everyone, including
Wow.
the birds. They got the big worm, as we talked about.
It's true.
Uh-huh.
They got a side of flies, as we talked about.
Yeah.
We don't have to go back over all the menu items.
Instead of a
they have
drive-through,
for
they get a
birds.
fly-through.
They have a fly-through instead of
Yeah,
the drive-through. I did a Coke, the Big Arch. We did the poutine. We did the two ice creams. We covered all that food. 5 forks.
Wow.
Wow. So wait, the highest fork score getter
So
in
wow, platinum.
Toronto. Wow, platinum indeed. Welcome to the Platinum Play Club.
Wow,
platinum.
Wow, platinum.
Mm.
Wow.
Wow.
Is she just answer me this? Is it like she's a robot in the movie
No.
No.
or droid or something? Like, so it's
Nope.
not even that type of movie. So I don't even know what even
You gotta
to
see this
expect
thing.
when I see. Yeah. All right.
Wow.
Wow.
Mick Megalopolis. But wow, platinum. What a score.
Megalopolis.
It's for all of you who are dressed up as Megalopolis characters tonight. I'm sure you're going crazy.
Yes.
Ooh, what pop culture person would you be for Halloween this year? Based on just this year.
Nush Berman from Megalopolis.
Maybe Haktua.
Hawk is a
girl.
good one. Hawk would be a good one.
Does she have like a look though? You kind of almost need like a word bubble that says like
I
spit
think
on
you
that
need-
thing.
Yeah, I'm like the Hawk person.
You know what? People are going to start referring to me to Hawk too. You hear me coughing over here?
Hawk tuna.
It's funny because I was talking to the bird and he's like, yeah, we say hawk tuna because we have hawks and then we like
And they
eating-
grab tuna.
We like
tunas.
tuna.
Yeah,
You
we like
see us
tuna.
with in
Yeah.
the trash with those little tuna cans. We love it. Hawk tuna.
What's she up to now, the Hawk Tour girl?
You got a podcast. Have you heard
got a podcast? Talk to
Talk to. That's a good name. That's a good.
And then instead of spit on that thing, they say spit up into your baby's mouth on that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing is the baby.
It is the baby, yeah. 5 forks all around. Congratulations to the high fork getter of Toront-dough,
McDonald's,
American
Canada.
chain McDonald's, their Canadian outpost.
And you know what? Congratulations to Hawk Tour.
Congratulations.
Yeah, why not?
Boy. Hey, it's time for a segment. Super producer Mars has picked out some snacks for us to try. It's time for Tim Burton's Mars-a Snacks.
Wait, hold on a second.
Yeah.
Don't we also have a...
Is it Tim
Amelia
Burton's or
quiz?
Tim Hortons?
No, we're doing this. We're doing Tim Burton's Mars-a Snacks.
Why would
What
it be
about-
Tim
what about
Hortons
the
Mars
quiz?
of Snacks?
We got the quiz. We'll figure out the quiz
Hold
at
on,
some
Mitch.
point.
We're yelling two things. I want to yell at him next.
It could be Tim Hortons Mars-a Snacks, but I feel like that's a hat on a hat.
Yeah, of course.
What about the slob quiz?
What about fucking the snacks that Mars got? We're doing
You can
snacks.
just say that line and
No,
then you're done
we're
with
doing
it.
these. We got Hickory Sticks. We got Hickory Sticks Original and Hickory Sticks Salt and Vinegar.
Ooh,
Here you go.
I've been
Handman, there
in
you go,
the
it's
salt and
original.
vinegar chips.
Mitch,
a
here's the
lot
salt and
lately.
vinegar.
So, Mars, you got these?
Originals.
Well, Wagger was asking me for some suggestions on more snacks you guys can try, and you guys have already covered many great Canadian snacks. And this was one that was left on the table. Hickory Sticks was a classic snack to get on Halloween. Little different than your regular potato chip, but I
They would
find
give them out at houses? They give you a little bag of hickory sticks?
yeah, like a little bag of hickory sticks. I
These are
find
by
that
Hostess.
the more you eat, the more addicting they are.
Yeah.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah, so they are just
You're
potato
wrong.
chip sticks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hickory stick is a better way of saying that, though.
Yeah. You kind of remind me of a hickory stick.
These are real thin little. See if I can hold some up for the lens. These are real thin, kind of haystack sort of.
They
Yeah.
look like the French's potato sticks that used to come in the
They
blue
really
can.
do. Yeah.
That's what I
talking about
got
potatoes,
recently.
yeah.
I got some of those, like in a blue can, right?
Yeah.
I got some of those recently. They were fun.
My grandma used to give me the hickory.
Me too. This is like a
sticks.
very much what grandma.
loved 'em.
But I've never heard them called hickory sticks. That's a cool name. Let me try those salt and vins, Mitch.
It's also a savory Hostess snack, which I don't
Yes,
think
yeah.
you see very often.
I didn't realize Hostess
Oh, yeah.
had a savory side.
Zero trans fat, 0 grams trans.
Those are real good. We actually got some smaller bags if you want one for over here. Oh, sorry. All right, we got the salt and vinegar.
So Amelia wrote up a slop quiz.
We'll do the quiz.
That's pretty good.
I think for the purposes of we're up in Canada, where's some snacks we can't get in the States? This is like, while we're physically up here, I think we could do the quiz at any time.
That's good.
But we'll do the quiz.
Isn't it Canada themed? Oh, the originals.
Yeah, but we'll do the quiz at some point.
The originals are like barbecue flavored.
They are.
Yeah,
a little
they've
bit.
got a
No,
little
they're not just plain.
Do they do a bunch of flavors?
The
Like
salt and vinegar are working for me.
I was only familiar with the original. The salt and vinegar is actually new to me, so I'm curious to try that.
nice.
I assume the barbecue flavor kind of comes from the hickory. Like, don't you use hickory chips to smoke
Oh, that
meat
might
and
be
stuff?
it. Yeah, that would make sense.
That's good.
Those are good.
Those are good.
I like those bad boys.
Me too.
snack.
Both snacks. all
Mars
around.
a snack.
Yeah, Mars snacks for sure.
Are you a fan of Mars Attack?
Never seen it.
Wow.
Wow, interesting. Is there any Mars movie you enjoy? Mission to Mars, Red Planet.
Mars Attacks is almost like Megalopolis with like all the celebrity actors.
It
in
is very much so.
Like that was a movie that was just like Jack
Yeah.
Nicholson and
Yeah.
And you know what happens to
another
Jack
big
Nicholson?
name. Jessica. Yeah.
He gets littleized.
He does get a little lies to some degree.
Does somebody turn into a chihuahua?
Someone turns into a dog. Yeah, they put the I think Sarah Jessica Parker's head on
Yes,
a dog.
that's what I was trying to think.
Yeah.
Sarah Jessica Parker.
Very fun. Fun movie.
Great movie.
Cool movie. Mars, you're also telling us about ice wine. What's going on with ice wine?
Yeah, ice wine. So I'm someone, I don't really enjoy alcohol too much. I just not really great with the taste of it. But at the airport, I will often get ice wine, which is wine grown kind of near the Niagara Falls region. It's like grown with grapes still frozen, or it's like made out of like frozen grapes. It's a dessert wine. I find it to be incredibly tasty and just really, really delicious. So it's something I'd recommend if you're ever in Canada.
That's cool.
Mars, I had some.
What'd you think?
I loved it.
Where'd you have it?
The Gretzky Vineyards.
Gretzky had ice
Ooh.
because I saw Gretzky's wine at the LCBO, the Liquor Control Board of Ontario, when I went inside. I didn't find it at the wine store, but I was looking for ice wine specifically. Gretzky had a vintage, but it was just Pinot Noir.
I had some ice wine at the Gretzky Vineyard.
Wow.
I told Wise.
Did you go to the vineyard?
Yeah.
Was he there?
I told Wags this. We talked about this in the last episode, but they pour the wine on the counter and then they take a hockey stick and they slap it in your mouth.
Yeah.
You should go to the Hockey Hall of Fame. It's fun.
I went to the Hockey Hall of Fame.
Did you get to play the goalie and shootout thing?
Oh, I didn't do the goalie thing, but because I read the entire. There was 100 years history of the Bruins. I read the 100-year history of the Bruins. I put on
Just like on the wall.
Yeah, it was an exhibit there.
Wow, that's fun.
A lot of fun.
A.
I saw the
Exhibit B.
What's that?
Exhibit B for the Bruins.
For the Bruins.
That's fun.
They call them the Bees because
There was a little Stanley Cup room, and I don't think that was the real cup, but it was like
I think it's a replica.
Probably be a replica. Yeah. Hey, that was Tim Burton's Mars of Snacks. Just like a restaurant of all your feedback. Let's open to the feedback. I gotta say, guys, I should not have worn this because it's still pretty cool in here, but I'm still just like I'm just like getting overheated. So I know we're almost done here, but I'm gonna take this off.
You just take it off. You're speaking in your most natural tone. This doesn't seem like anything is being
here we go.
brought to anyone's attention.
This is there we
What the
go.
fuck is going on here?
There we go.
Oh my God. There's more.
Yeah, baby.
There we go.
No wonder why. No wonder. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh my God. The freaks are going to love this.
Oh yeah, there we go. That's better.
No wonder why I thought you were wearing a fat suit.
Yeah, you got extra clothes under
Leaving
there.
your pants at your
That
ankles
was
is a very
good.
good choice.
It
I
looks
like
a little
it.
lewd, I guess. Here, I'll take the shoes off. Look, for our audio
Not a bad
listeners,
look for Wagger.
I had a long sleeve Canadian tuxedo that I took off to reveal the short sleeve Canadian tuxedo underneath. This was a bit I was going to do in the live show, and then here I kind of lost my luggage. And
This would have been gangbusters on stage.
yeah, I know.
You lost your luggage.
Fuck
If you
Air
did that
Canada.
live, guarantee
Oh, well,
me
what are you
they'd
gonna
lose
do? They
their
loved-
lunch.
What did you
I
say?
said he lost his luggage. You've got clean audio, so use my clean audio. Don't use me explaining this because now it's lost. I said they lost your luggage, and if you did that live, the audience would have lost their lunch.
I like that a lot.
That's good. That's real good.
Can I say this last night?
Yeah.
We had dinner at Lee Restaurant. Great dinner.
That's
still
right.
stuffed.
Lovely meal.
Mars, you were saying you were still stuffed this morning. I was
What kind
as
of food
well.
was it? Steaks and stuff, or what?
It's Asian fusion, I would say.
Yeah, it's like
French
French
fusion.
Chinese.
Oh, okay.
And so I was also stuffed this morning when we ate McDonald's. It was way too much. But last night, Wags, Alana, she was passing up these strips. They fell down into your lap,
That's right.
and I grabbed them out of your lap. You said I was trying to grab your hog. And you know what?
Yeah.
As far as trick or treats go, it was a trick to me. It wasn't much down there.
Damn. Damn.
We built that thing up for years, and then I finally got a taste of it. Wasn't that impressed?
Wow.
Like, this is a good look. This is very funny. Whoops. Also, the haircut's looking good.
Thank you.
I saw you. What was just too hot?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of was just like kind of getting tired of having the same haircut forever, and then I had the longer hair for a while, and then it got shorter.
Maybe I was
and I was
getting
like,
long.
then I had it shorter, and I was like, just my normal style that I had for most of my adult life, and I was like, maybe I'll go back to the buzz cut. I hadn't had a buzz cut since I was 18.
I don't think I've ever had a buzz cut.
Let me tell you, it's
I got
liberating.
kind of a small head.
And now now you can go out trick or treating as Sling Blade. French fried taters.
Just like a
had 'em.
restaurant, value feedback. Let's open the feedback. Today we have an email from Jesse H. Jesse writes, "Hey, this is fitting for our Lee restaurant experience. What has been your favorite food experience while working in Toronto? What food will you miss when you leave?" Mitch, you spend a lot of time up here. What are you going to be missing when you're down back in the States?
That's a great question,
I'm gonna
Wags.
take a look to see if there's a restaurant that's still around.
Because I have a couple of answers that I can think of.
You know what I'm gonna get when I'm down in the States? Some.
What?
I'm gonna look for some rotis. The roti.
Sure.
The roti was fucking awesome.
Yeah, the roti was really good. I want that Eva's chimney cone again. I'm gonna miss that you can just get poutine, even though I know that's more of a Montreal thing. I think that is a nice thing that you can get every so often. I haven't had it a lot, but just knowing that you can get it, it's kind of fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it is fun.
Especially with the winter months coming up.
Yeah.
The chocolate, getting coffee crisps on set. I think that's another thing that I'll miss. I don't know. I've eaten a lot of set food, Wags. So what is it for you?
So, kind of a two-part question.
Oh, Tim Hortons.
Your favorite food experience while working in Toronto, or
Okay.
like being in Toronto, and what food will we miss when you leave? Favorite food experiences. We did a great meal at Lee Restaurant. I can't remember the name of the Caribbean place we went to, but that was a lot of fun too.
Licklemore's.
Miss Licklemore's,
Miss
yeah, that was a lot of
Licklemore's. That
fun.
place was
That was a
really
great
great.
Caribbean meal. But for me, It's A&W Crunch Buddy Burger, just because I'd been so excited about that thing, and when I finally got to have it, I was like, "This is delightful."
I gotta have it still.
It's so good. It's really good, and it delivers. And also, just having A&W Canada again, and not having to be like, I have to review this. I can just enjoy this. Was great. But the meal I'll remember the most is Mars taking us to Toront-dough. This was such a wonderful experience. It was such a great communal dining experience.
Oh, cool.
It was super memorable. And it was just like the fish was so fun. It was so flavorful. The garlic rice was delicious, and it also just like it was just such a unique sort of dining experience in the city that I was not expecting. So that was great. Thank you so much for taking us there.
Yeah, I'm so glad you enjoyed it. For anyone listening in Toronto, it's called Toront-dough. Very reasonably priced too. It's like this huge feast.
Yeah, $25 per person, which is fun, for a nice meal out, not too bad.
Yeah, super fun. Just a little hole in the wall place. Would recommend getting reservations just in case. But yeah, I love that spot.
Yeah, it's great.
Cool. Your number one experience was the place I wasn't with you at instead of the big restaurant we had last night where Mars was still,
that
and
was
Emma,
great. But I will
and
say,
Alana, everyone you were with at that other restaurant.
that was great. That's a great restaurant. That was a wonderful meal. There is something about like, oh, this is like what you're saying, more of a hole in the wall. This is more of like, I'm putting on plastic gloves and I'm eating garlic rice with my hands. We got a whole fish that we're all sharing.
Whoa,
like
that's
there are
cool.
parts of that experience that were just so, different from sitting down at a nice restaurant with a white tablecloth and having some craft cocktails. It's just like a different sort of experience.
Yeah, it just
very
feels
tactile.
very primal. Just eating
Yeah.
like chicken
Yeah.
with your hands and all that. I love
That was awesome. That was great.
Van had a party like that one, probably
Crawfish
like
boil.
pre-pandemic.
A crawfish
yeah,
boil.
that was great.
A lot
But it
of
was
fun.
the same thing where you're just like picking things apart, and it's all like they just dump it on a table. That's fun.
That was great.
Well, I was gonna say, one of my favorite meals was the last night at Lee Restaurant with everyone.
That was a great meal.
No, I think I'll choose Prime Seafood Palace with Samoa Joe and his family.
That place looked awesome.
I have one that I remember from when I went here like 20 years ago. Dimmy Bar and Trattoria in Yorkville.
Wow.
Yorkville's very close to here, right?
Yeah.
It's it's just like an Italian food place, and I was 19 when I was eating this, so I don't know. If
Is it
it's
still
good or
open?
not. Yeah, it's still open. But I remember
I'm up there in Yorkville. I'm
like
right
my
nearby.
when my parents came up, I think we went there. It was like very much a like restaurant where you go and you get the gnocchi and the fresh made pastas and stuff. It's good.
That's
you
right.
got to text me that. You text me
Yeah.
that info.
Here's something I won't miss. Iced tea being sweetened by default. I want my unsweetened iced tea. I don't need the sweet tea. I don't need the Nest tea. I want like an unsweetened iced tea. I really, that's a refreshing beverage, and I'm not adding to my calorie count with some liquid sugar. But the thing I will miss, and this is like one of those things, we're just generally a more functional nation, a more functional society with better infrastructure. When you pay with a card at a restaurant, like a sit-down restaurant in Canada, they have what's called the machine, which is they bring a remote pay station to the table, and then you finish the transaction on your own. You tap or insert your card. You select a tip electronically. You can print out a receipt if you want, but you're handling your own card. You're doing the transaction, as opposed to in America, you're giving your card to a server. A server has to take ownership of it. They have to go, run your card. They have to bring it back to you, and then you have to there's a whole rigmarole. There's like 2 extra steps. And Emma, you were saying from a server's perspective, having to handle other people's cards.
My least favorite part.
That's a whole thing that like for the servers as well.
Yeah.
So like the machine is a thing I miss. I'd love having the machine at Canadian restaurants. I don't
It's
understand why
happening
this
more
is
and more
in the US.
in New York, at least.
Oh, that's great.
I'm seeing it more, but not every place. But yeah, I love it. Anytime I can even order food, pay for it at the counter, and then go back to my seat. I mean, it's a different type of restaurant, but
Yeah.
but that's always the best when you're just done and out the door.
Yeah. Just let me handle the transaction.
Yeah.
And it's also, I'm sure it's more secure too. So yeah.
I'll even do something sometimes, no matter how they're paying. When I get my food, I'm like, and I'm just getting this, so like, let's do the bill now so I can get out of here.
Yeah.
I'll add too, it's incredibly easy to split bills in Canada because they'll just pass the machine to every single person. In America, it's very frustrating because like most places just don't split bills, and so you're figuring out like Venmo and all that, which is like
Yeah.
a huge frustration for me in America. And so in Canada, it's just so much easier, which I really love about it.
We also, Wags, we went to a bar last night, Civil Works.
That's right.
We had a cocktail together. It was midnight. Hadn't been up that late in forever.
I should never go to a second location. I'm too old.
You're
I
you were
need to
falling
go to
asleep.
bed.
You're not too old.
Yeah.
My mom stays up. We can have a drink at midnight. You're fine. And I don't think she's old.
I'm too old.
Wags, I'll tell you something that I'm going to miss.
Yeah.
There's 2 things that I'm going to miss. One, getting an ice cold mug, not root beer, an ice cold mug of A&W root beer.
That's right.
Getting that cold, frosty mug.
Those are nice.
With some A&W in it. Fantastic.
Delightful part of the experience.
Delightful.
Yeah.
And for me, I'm going to miss something quite a bit.
Ooh.
Nando's.
Nando's, yeah.
A chain
UK
you did not
chain.
get to try while you were here.
It's true.
You've never had Nando's.
No, I haven't.
I became the Nando's kid. I love Nando's. I was walking to Nando's every day and I was loving it. And I'm going to be sad to see it go.
What's Nando's? Chicken?
Chicken. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Peri chicken.
It's a UK chain.
Oh, I've had that recently. Peri chicken.
The cheeky Nando's, they say.
I've heard of this. Nando's.
Yeah, Nando's.
I think, Ben told me about this.
Yeah.
Love Nando's.
Yeah.
Walking over to Nando's, about 0.7 miles away from my place that I'm staying.
Okay.
So there is only really one. So I'll put it 0.7 mile radius.
Doxing yourself further.
Go find Mitch.
This comes out on October 31st. I shouldn't be here much longer.
Much longer.
Just enough time to get, I guess, duct tape to a radiator.
I'm gonna miss Nando's. I'm gonna miss Toronto. I like Toronto. That's
you were here for for the summer. Is very nice up here too.
It was actually hot when I first got up here. It was like the first couple of days we were shooting. It was like fucking hot.
Weather's been lovely for the week we've been.
I remember going to early class. It's like an 8 a.m., 8:30 class, which is insane. And it being like the coldest I've ever been in the wintertime here.
Yeah,
like walking across the park and just be like, oh man, this is too much.
Worse than Ithaca?
Yeah, it was rough. Ooh. It was ice cold.
That's the thing.
Like a long time.
If I was up here in the winter, I'm sure I probably would be singing a bit of a different tune as someone who's lived in Southern California his whole life and is used to that biome. Let me just say another thing, and this is a thing we've all talked about, but just like the strangest experience for me is going into a train station and not smelling urine.
Yeah.
Like none of this like I have not smelled
it's clean.
the stench of human piss for an entire week. And I think it's the longest I've gone in my adult life without smelling urine.
For sure.
While just walking around. It's so strange. People don't just pee in the train station.
Yeah.
You haven't smelled piss for an entire week. They left your luggage back in LA. You bought new clothes. Put a few things together here.
I took the subway to JFK to get here, and the C line. I was waiting on one of the stations.
The P line,
and it should have been the P line. It was like I was like, this is just piss.
Yeah,
that I'm like standing in and smelling and adding to, and
you know what? That's what our country's all about, though. We miss it there, Wags.
Yeah. Hey, it stinks, but it's
Yeah.
If you have a question or comment about the world of chain restaurants, you can email us at feedback@birdfuck.com or leave us a voicemail at 830-GO-DOUGH. That's 830-463-6844. And hey, to get the Doughboys Double, our weekly bonus episode, plus our entire pre-2018 back catalog, subscribe at patreon.com/Doughboys. Hey, buddy Mitch, we both wanted to do Toronto. We both wanted to do this thing. Mm-hmm. And to everyone out there, I hope you enjoyed it because it was a huge pain in the ass.
Hey.
And we burned through all the money we made from the live show. So I hope you like it because
thanks for coming to our house, folks. It was a pain in the ass to have you.
But I did like
we did it.
I did like the city, but it was a logistical nightmare and it cost us a lot of money.
Listen, you're stressed. Yeah. You're ready to go home.
I'm ready to go home.
You're annoyed at me. I'm annoyed at you.
Yeah, I'm not annoyed at you.
Oh, yeah, same.
I'm annoyed at both of you.
I'm getting annoyed with Mars all of a sudden. Mars, I don't have to hear with you and your antics.
I do want to have some acknowledgements. I do want to take a second to thanks to people here. First, I want to thank Mo up here at Podium Studios. Podium Studios in Toronto. If you're looking for a space to record your podcast, this is a newer space. Check it out.
You're at church on Sunday.
Are you going out tonight for Halloween?
I'm going to dress as Bonnie.
I'm going to dress as Saint Michael, one of my favorites. He's religious.
He's very Christian. I want to thank Alana Johnston, The Knife, and Norm Sousa for guiding us through the city, both here and from LA. It was Alana and Norm were absolutely essential in making this all happen.
Shout out to the Knife's parents as well.
Shout out to the Knife's parents as well. Special thanks, of course, to super producer Marissa Melnick for being our on-site producer. Mars, you've been a huge help. Just absolutely made this whole thing happen. Do you have any plugs?
I also produce Nicole Byers' Why Won't You Date Me podcast.
Great
funny podcast that both Mitch and Nick have been on separately and very drunkenly together, I think, on a live show.
Yeah. Oh boy.
In Chicago.
Oh, man.
The podcast is very excited to be coming back to Headgum. We're going to be doing video podcasts soon on our YouTube page.
Wow.
So, yeah, that's what I'd like to plug. Thanks.
And thanks, of course, to our producer, Emma Erdbrink, and our associate producer, Amelia Marino, who's back in LA now. But all of the prep, all of the amazing work you did up here. There's no show without you. So thank you so much. And I hope everyone who enjoys this knows how much everyone who works behind the scenes helped this. Thanks also to Casey Donahue, our engineer, and our video editor, Mike Dorfman, of course. And our guest, Mike Hanford.
Hey.
What a delight to have you. I'm so glad we were able to get you on the show.
Come
while
on.
we're up here.
I will travel
One of our
anywhere
favorite
for
guests.
free Mickey D's. No, thanks for having me. I love being up here. I love it. Seeing you guys and loving it. Seeing Mitch, too. I haven't seen you in forever.
I know.
And Weiger, you're a shadow-like figure. I can never get a good handle on you.
The tall man.
The shadow man.
Are
you gonna? So it's Halloween. Are you gonna go around your neighborhood and do Slenderman again, or?
Yeah, probably.
You'll probably have to do it up here.
Yeah. I'm on the clock.
I'm going to see Hanford's show. I mean, now it's going to be too late.
Yeah, it'll be. Well, it was. But you guys promoted on with that.
That's true.
You guys do it
at the end of the live episode podcast. There is a nice little song from Hanford. If you clicked out of the episode too early, you missed it. You dumb idiot.
Lovely
Dumb
ditty.
idiots.
Lovely ditty.
I'm going to see his show tomorrow night, and then he's going to hang out with me on my birthday on Sunday.
How fun is that? Handman, any plugs?
Yes. Come see the Sloppy. I'm in the band The Sloppy Boys. We also have a podcast. We've got a tour coming up in November. I believe it starts November 22nd. We're going from Vancouver, Portland, Seattle, San Fran, and LA. So we're doing a little run there. And this is a live podcast recording.
Wow.
We've only done one in Chicago. It went great. Again, Chicago is so great. So we're doing live podcasts.
Wow.
New to the Sloppy Boys
I love it.
thing. And then I'll be playing, well, it's fine. I'm doing stand-up in New York, Boston, Florida, Philadelphia, all coming up in January.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Mitch, what a fun month we did.
Yeah, what a fun month.
hoot.
Thank you, Toronto.
Thank you, Toronto. And hey, that'll do it for Toronto-dough Canada, the Great Bite North, a month-long culinary tour of the six. Until next time, for the Spoon Man, Mike Mitchell, I'm Nick Weiger. Happy eating, eh?
Au revoir.
Bye.
Hey, buddy, want Doughboys merch? We're talking hats, shirts, sweatshirts, patches, glasses, all sorts of stuff. Aprons. It's all available at kinshipgoods.com/doughboys. That's kinshipgoods.com/doughboys. Sources for the intro are in the episode description.
That was a Headgum podcast.